In 2011, nursing student Holly Bobo was kidnapped and murdered in Tennessee. Zach Adams was convicted and sentenced to life in prison based on one witness's testimony. That witness has now recanted, admitting that he made the entire story up. And we're covering that trial live right now. Hello and welcome to the Defense Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Bob Mata, and as always, I am joined by my gorgeous, stunningly beautiful, like seriously, you look like fucking fire today. Smoke Show, my beautiful and brilliant co-host, because the brains are just as sexy as she is. Allie, what's up, girl?
Hey, babe. Hey, all.
All
So
right,
I can tell you, I'm sitting here, I just got done with PT and they're always pushing my shoulder back, so I'm like sitting here trying to do like the thing. And I'm like, geez, this is the weirdest way to sit, and boys, close your ears. But, I've got big boobs. So my entire life, I've kind of tilted my shoulders forward. And, now they're like, you've got to stand tall and like jet them out. And even
which I've been
sitting
asking for 20 years.
But even sitting here like this, like she was pulling me and she's like, I know you don't want to stand like this. This is how I want you to stand. I'm like, that's a little excessive, but I'm at least trying to sit here like this. I don't know if you guys can even tell, probably not because I'm wearing black, but it's like I'm using my muscles while I'm sitting. And I switched back to the ball because, got to use some muscles at some point. So,
yeah, I mean, it's all about your posture.
All right, boys, you can open your ears again.
It is all about. Hey, what's up, Katie? Welcome. Hey, I'm gonna send you all the invite. So if you guys come on, don't come on, whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, you got carte blanche if you want to pop in, hang for a while. That'd be awesome. But we're gonna be doing this over the next, week or so. So there's plenty of time to dip in, dip out if you're busy now. But I'm happy to see you in here. I listened to episodes 4 and 5 last night. So I started with it per Dana's instructions. Mind blown. If you guys are not listening to Trial and Errors podcast on this case.
Wait, they said start with episode 4?
Well, like I'm going to go back and listen to, because that was the Terry Britt shit. So like 4 and 5.
I was like, I didn't get the memo. I started with 1, but then I fell asleep. So I've got
it's a thing. So at any rate, I'm going to have please mods, can you drop the link to Trial and Error podcast? Go listen to it. It's phenomenal. It's really, really well done. And they're diggers like we are. And Allie and I love a digger. So, and
they dug up the shit though.
They dug up some shit.
Yeah.
Digging up the shit.
So while Bob's pulling up the Holly Bobo thing, I tried to, I was like, all right, let me get on and like at least try to figure out where to start, with different witnesses. But today it's the dad and the mom. So we've got to play the whole thing, even though most of it from a substantive point of view has really very little impact on who committed the offense, but we've got to do it. So in any event, Cameron comes downstairs And oh man, she starts doing her southern accent. She's like, "What? What? I can't do it." Like, you
I can, obviously.
but she was like, "Where is this?" And then she just starts going in, and I'm like, "Oh, it's much better than my Valley Girl accent." That was the only accent I did with the kids growing up, and then, like, I think when, like, this all just started, like, YouTube and, like, maybe it wasn't YouTube, but social media, I'm like, "Let's go on and do, like, a daughter Valley Girl accent thing where we just do little skits in the Valley Girl accent." Everyone was like, "Mom, no, absolutely not."
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, look,
She's got her dad's,
you were amazing at a lot of things. Doing voices ain't one of them. Like, that's
she's,
just it.
"I reckon
Uh
I'm fixing to punch your face."
I'll tell you though, when we were in London with the girls, I did enjoy you and Cameron with your British accents. It was fun. It was fun. It was
That was
funny
fun.
and fun. It was a good time. And I thought you did a pretty good job. All right. Hey, Katie, do me a favor, hit me up in our chat and send me both yours and Dana's emails so I can send those invites. And then I'm going to try to set it up because there's a way that I could do it on StreamYard wherein I can use the same stream on repeat. I just got to figure out how to do it because the last time I tried to do it, it was not going live. It was recording. We might, like, I think that in order to get this done in a timely fashion, we might do Saturdays, do a couple few hours on Saturdays. So, because I really want to get this done before we leave
Yeah,
for
because
Spencer.
Misdemeanor said yesterday she did, like, all Saturdays and Sundays, and she did I was like, "Babe, an hour and a half, a day, we're gonna be doing this a month." Like, "Nah, can't be done."
No, we're gonna push through. We're gonna.
We
Oh,
well,
remember,
we're
we're
about to
gonna.
be in Arkansas, so
Janet was doing the entire thing. We're not gonna do that. That's
I
we're
know, we'll
gonna
see.
cut off. We're gonna truncate the beginning portions of all cop testimony. Obviously, if it's a lay witness, then we need to hear what they're saying. But
Right.
in terms of cops or forensic scientists, any of that kind of bullshit, we're gonna skip all their education and all their background.
Which may not be that
I know, unless
extensive in this case.
if Katie or Dana or DB or Kat or anybody is like, no, you need to hear about this fucking guy that they put on, and you need to hear what a douchebag they
No, I was
were.
saying they probably likely have, probably wouldn't be that extensive in this case.
All right, cool. Just yeah, over the weekend, hit me up with the emails, Katie, and then I'll send the invites over. Like I said, I'll typically send them out daily. Like usually when we cover a trial, if I'm going to have guests, that I just give them. I'm like, look, pop in whenever the hell you want, or don't. It's up to you. But we'd obviously love to have you over here. Okay, guys, let's get started. So yesterday we listened to the openings. Incredibly underwhelming on both parts, both the state and the defense. I thought the defense did moderately better than the state. The state was just it was a lot. It was a lot.
He's a bad, bad man.
It's bad, the meth and the morphine in the dark places that brings you. It was like in the repeating thing and the lack of evidence.
Right. All right, so we're starting with her father. So got
Yes.
some emotional testimony and, like Bob said, proof of life and effect on the family type
Yes. All right.
testimony.
So we'll
Oh,
see what
thanks,
this sounds
Serious
like.
Liz.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got to give some love. We got some Venmos after the fact from some replay crew for our boots on the ground coverage and you guys supporting us and helping us get down there and eating and doing all the things that we need to do to live. So, all right, let's get started with this.
Seated. State your name first and last and spell them for the courtroom.
All right, real quick. I'm going to do it first without the boost on because this is a very echoey courtroom. And then I'm going to do that for about 10 seconds. I'll give you this, I'm going to do this peace sign, and then I'm going to do the boost. You guys tell me if we need the boost or not.
Just remember, they're about 5 to 10 seconds behind us. Like,
yeah,
if
I'll know in chat. They'll let me know. So yeah, but I'll add that buffer in,
right.
understanding that after I give the sign, there's going to be a little bit of delay. All right. So this is without the boost.
And wait, no.
James Barnes.
Wrong witness, though.
Wait, what?
No, it's Dana
What in the wide?
Bobo. But no, when you give the sign, once they see it, it's all synced up. It's just 10 seconds behind when you give the sign, not that they see the sign first.
Okay, let's start the proof. Call your first witness.
Okay, when you're right, you're right. Okay. All right. So first witness for the state. Let me know in chat whether we're good to go. Give me the thumbs up.
This is without the boost right now, right?
This is without the boost.
The state, please.
Your Honor, the state calls Dana Bobo.
Dana Bobo.
You can bloop. It takes them a second to come out.
Dana Bobo. Live at 681 Swan Johnson Road, Darden, Tennessee.
Spell your name for the court reporter, please.
Dana, D-A-N-A, B-O-B-O.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may.
Okay, Mr. Bobo, I'm going to ask that you speak up. You have to lean forward. We'll get you
I'm fixing to say that mic is hot, so if you need to lean up to it, you may.
Oh, lean up. Okay.
Just, if you'll direct your answers to the jury, because every single one of them needs to hear what you have to say, okay? And speak up, because you're soft spoken.
Okay.
You're Dana Bobo, correct?
Yeah.
And I believe you just told the jury with a court reporter where your address was back in.
Oh boy.
And what is Darden compared to Carson's? Because I've heard both things.
It's about we live actually about 3 miles out of Parsons going toward Lexington, and then 3 miles off of 412.
And that's in Decatur County?
Decatur County.
Of Tennessee?
Yes.
I want to ask you some questions, a little bit about yourself and your family. Who are you married to?
Karen Bobo.
And is Karen in the courtroom?
Yes.
All right. And do you have children?
Yes.
And what were or are your children's names?
Clint Bobo, he's 25, and Holly.
He's 25?
He was 20. I'm sorry.
Oh, so then,
It's a time.
are you nervous?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, let's go back. It's okay.
Okay.
You've never been in this position.
Right.
You said Clint was 20 at the time.
Clint was 20. Holly was 20 at the time.
So what I want you to do is just take your time and just answer the questions as I ask them, okay? All right. You said you had 2 children.
Yes.
Your son was named?
Clint.
Okay, and where did Clint live in 2011?
He lived with us at 681 Swan Johnson Road.
And your daughter?
Holly Bobo.
And how old was Holly?
Holly was 20.
And at that time, I want you to sort of describe for the jury what your family life was. For instance, did you have a job?
Yes.
Okay, and where did you work?
I worked for McKenzie Tree Service.
And what did you do for McKenzie Tree Service?
I drove a mowing machine at the tree cutting company, and I drove the mowing machine.
Okay, and did Karen have a job?
Yes.
And what was Karen's job?
She's a teacher for Henderson County Schools.
Okay, what school specifically did she teach at?
She was at Scotts Hill Middle School, I guess you call it.
And what grade did she teach? Do you remember?
No, she taught so many different grades, I don't remember at that time.
And what was Clint doing back then?
He's a social worker.
Okay, was he still in school? Taking some classes?
I think he was taking some classes and working part-time.
And what about Holly?
Holly was in the nursing school.
Okay, and was she in school full-time?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said that all of you lived together on Swan Johnson Road?
Yes.
681 Swan Johnson Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived at that house?
Me and Karen have been there since 1982.
Who built the house?
Me and my dad and one more guy. And Karen.
And Karen?
And Karen.
All right. When both of your children came
that's
home from
sweet.
the hospital, Is that the house they moved into?
Yes,
And Holly was born in 1990?
90,
What was her birthday?
October the 12th, 1990.
So is it fair to say for her entire life, that's the only home she'd ever known?
It is.
You said she was in nursing school. Did she go to school about every day?
Yes.
And how did she get to school?
She drove her own car.
And what kind of car did she have?
She had a Mustang.
And in addition to her family, was there somebody in her life that was very, very special to her?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that?
Drew Scott.
And who was Drew Scott? Who was Drew Scott? A friend or a boyfriend?
That was her boyfriend.
Okay.
Yes.
And was Drew Scott a familiar face in your house?
Yes.
In and out about every day?
Most of the time, yes.
All right. I want to draw your attention, please, back to a particular day in April of 2011, okay?
Yep.
April the 13th. Do you remember that day?
Yes, clearly. Pretty clearly.
Is that a day you'll ever forget?
Yes, ma'am.
You will forget it?
No, I'll never forget that
Okay.
day.
It was a Wednesday, wasn't it?
Wednesday morning.
Okay. Did you work that day?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you get up to go to work?
5:30.
The mouth and the sound
You
was
got
off.
up at 5:30 to be at work at what time?
6:30.
All right. So when you got up that morning, was Karen already up or did she get up after you?
How do you usually fix that?
I mean, I don't think it is, but sometimes you can try blooping forward one and then blooping back, but otherwise it might just be a lag from an old.
She got up, took my shot to leave the house, and I came to where I feed the dogs and stuff.
She get up after you?
She got up, shower, the house to go to work. I met her in the house.
When you say you met her in the house, meaning you?
Hold on.
Okay, let's start the proof, tell you.
I don't think it's fixable, Bay.
We'll see. That's way off. Way off. All right, I know exactly where I was. So let's see. I was at 725. Where the fuck?
Oh man, I might have to go get some Advil and Tylenol.
You met her in the house, meaning you passed by her?
Yeah, hallway or whatever.
So she had gotten up while you were in the shower?
Yes.
Did you see Holly that morning?
I didn't see her that morning.
Do you know where she was in your house?
I knew where she was because the bathroom is across the room from her door.
Uh-huh.
And I seen her light on as I come out of the shower, getting ready to go to work.
And did you, when you noticed her light under the door, did you say anything to her?
I spoke to her. I asked her if she needed any lunch money or anything that day, or gas money or whatever. She said yes. And I said, I'll leave you a $20 bill on the kitchen bar.
After having that, I guess, exchange with Holly, how did you end the conversation?
That pretty much ended the conversation with Holly that morning.
Did you tell her bye?
Yeah, I told her bye and I loved her. That's just normal for our house.
So after you told Holly goodbye and I loved it, did you go and put the 20 in the kitchen?
Yes.
Where you told her you did?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is that the first time you've done something like that? Or
No,
is that kind
no,
of
ma'am.
routine?
I do that all. I've done that all the time.
And did you go into work?
Yes.
And when you left your house that morning, which door did you leave?
The front door.
Oh, you see that comment there, babe?
What?
Bank of Farmer 3585 said Defense Diaries pods. Thanks for posting a summary of the case in the description. Allows us to jump right in and listen live.
Well, there you go. I was like, babe, this summary is a little long. Like, what's all this? But you
It's
know,
like,
I'm
no, babe.
as normal. Bob is right.
Oh,
I mean, I
the
didn't
front
put
door.
up that much of a fight about it.
Occasionally, I'm right.
Well, the house.
Let's not exaggerate.
Where did you park?
I usually parked out front. I don't park mine in a garage.
And I'm going to ask you some questions about where people in your family parked in a minute. But are you the only person that was parking in the front at that time? Parking your truck?
Yeah.
So everybody else was in the back.
Yeah,
How far from your house to McKenzie Tree Service?
probably about, I'm gonna guess 5 miles.
And when you got to work, did you all stay there at McKenzie Tree Service, or did you and a crew go somewhere else? Because you said you were a mower.
Yeah, when we get there, what we normally do, we'll fuel up our truck for a machine, our pickups that we're driving to work. We'll fuel them up, and if we have to pick up any parts when they end that day to work with, we get them. We're usually there like 30, 40 minutes in the morning. That's why we get there a little early before we leave out.
All right, so did y'all go somewhere?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
We went to, at that time, we was working on the other side of Linden, leaving Linden probably about 5 miles. I think it's east going toward Louisville, Tennessee,
And did you drive your personal vehicle or not?
way before lunch.
Had you actually been there very long when something happened, or was it pretty early?
It was early on in the morning.
What happened?
I got a phone call. I can't tell you exactly what time. I got a phone call from Terry Brumley.
Okay, let me ask you this. Terry Brumley?
Yes, Terry Brumley is my,
Is Terry Brumley here in the courtroom too?
yeah.
Okay, so you got a phone call from somebody named Terry Brumley?
Yeah.
Was that usual or commonplace for Ms. Brumley to call you?
No, ma'am.
All right, so what happened?
I got a phone call from her, and I had some guys around me there talking, and she told me that I needed to come back home because Holly had been taken. And I said, what? And it was a guy beside me talking, and I had to holler at him and tell him to quiet down, or I forgot what I said, but he quieted down. And she told me for the second time, and she was crying when she told me the second time. And I understood it the second time what she said. Holly had been taken.
Holly has been taken,
Yep.
4 words. What sort of an impact did Holly has been taken have on you at that moment?
That was the worst feeling you could possibly feel. That something bad has happened to one of your kids.
So you're out there, outside of Linden, without your own car. Dana, what did you do?
I have what you call a point man that he usually drives me to work and back in a single cab company truck. And I hollered at Danny, he's the one that drove me. And I told him that I forgot what the word was. He had to carry me back to the office quick.
And so did he drive you back to McKenzie Tree Service?
Yes, ma'am.
Were y'all going slow or y'all going fast?
He was going so fast in that Chevrolet truck that the motor was cutting off and back on. We passed everything from work back to Parsons, McKenzie.
Other than those 4 words, Holly has been taken. Did you have any more information?
That's it.
So that whole trip back to McKenzie, you didn't know anything.
Didn't know anything. I wanted to know, but I didn't.
So when you got back to your office, what did you do?
I got in my truck. I think I hollered and told Danny to tell Dennis, my boss at the time, what was going on. And I ran from the company truck and got in mine and went home the back way. That's the quickest way I know to get back to the house.
This time you were alone. And did you see at some point whether somebody was following you or not?
Yes, as soon as I was pulling out from McKenzie Tree Service, my boss, Dennis McKenzie, was in his pickup right on my bumper. You might as well say.
You said you took the back way home. You know, we're sitting in Hardin County, people aren't familiar with maybe the roads and back there. Are these very populated roads, or are they deserted roads, gravel roads, narrow roads, winding roads?
Some of them, they're definitely winding roads, and some of them narrow roads. One of them is a popular road.
When you got close to your house, did you notice or see something that was going on that you had never seen before?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain to the jury what you saw?
Before I even got to the house, I could see the yard where I was coming in. The yard's on the left from the direction I come in. I don't know. I'm going to guess 50 to 100 people. The road was full of cars. There was cop cars. There was regular cars. The yard was full of people, cops and people. And I had to drive on past her. I was in a terrible big hurry, and I had to drive on past all that and go down on the side of the road where the county used to park their work equipment, and I had to park down there and run back to the house.
Now, is that because the road you live on is one of the narrow roads?
It's a very narrow road in
And
front of our
it's
house.
I'm sorry?
In front of our house, it's a very narrow road.
The Swine Johnson Road was so narrow, cars are already lined up, you had to actually pass.
I had to kind of wave in between them to get past them where I could pull over somewhere and park.
So you parked your truck, right?
Yep.
and then went back to the house.
Yeah, I run back to the house.
You said run back to the house. Did you run fast as you
I
could?
run as fast as I can go.
And as you got down the road and hit your driveway, did you have a plan? I mean, did you even know what you were gonna do, supposed to do?
The only thing I was thinking is get back up to the house and see somebody else, family member, somebody to tell me more about what I'd heard that happened.
Do you remember who the first person you saw was once you ran up the driveway?
I saw a lot of people, and some of them was friends and neighbors, some of them was cops that I guess I knew. The first person I saw that I thought I needed to talk to was my son, Clint.
I'm not gonna ask you what Clint said, but after you talked to Clint, do you remember the very next thing you did?
I talked to Clint and left him, and I'm pretty sure that Terry Brumley was the next person that I seen that I thought would have some information for me.
Okay,
And I talked to her.
all right. And again, I'm not gonna ask you what Ms. Brumley said, but after you talked to Terry Brumley, what's the next thing that you did?
I saw Karen and I talked to her.
Okay, so now you talked to Clint, Ms. Brumley, who called you,
Yep.
and Karen.
Yeah.
Then what did you do?
I went from Karen and straight into the front door of the house, and I went inside and I found my pistol, and I come back outside with the pistol.
Was the pistol loaded?
Yes, ma'am.
What was it? What were you?
9mm Beretta.
You said there were cops all over the place. Did anybody try to take your gun away from you?
No, ma'am.
You just had it.
I had it in my hand. I didn't even own a holster for it at the time.
And how long did you wander around your yard with a loaded pistol in your hand that morning?
I don't know how long, but it seemed like hours.
Initially, you said there were 50 to 100 people. Did more people just keep coming and coming and coming?
It seemed like there was.
I don't think anyone there
Do you
would take
remember
an
what all,
issue
or what agencies were represented by law enforcement? You said
with
there
them
was some
using
local
that
ones.
gun.
Did other agencies come as well?
Yes, several more agencies that morning come.
Did TBI come?
TBI was there.
Did FBI come?
FBI was there. U.S. Marshals was there.
So U.S. Marshals, FBI, TBI.
A SWAT team. I remember them pulling up.
Were there helicopters in the air that morning?
Somebody told us, yes, there was a helicopter come in and circle the house and sit down on the pond levee.
How much property do you own around
You sit in
On the pond levee, we have a pond to the right side of our house, and it's sit down over there. It's an open place for it to sit down.
And I should have already asked, how many acres do you own?
23.
Okay, and that's all right there around that house?
Yes.
Were people wandering around in your front yard, your backyard, your house, your woods?
It was people wandering, standing, fiddling, just like nobody. No, it was kind of like nobody knew what to do. No, that's the way I took it at the time.
At some point in the middle of the morning, did you lose patience with an FBI agent and tell him what he should go do? What did you say?
I can tell you who it was.
That's all right.
I told him, if y'all think one of us done it, I was talking about me and Clint and Karen that was still out there. I said, if y'all think one of us done it, 10 of y'all stay here with us and the rest of you go do something. And it probably wasn't that nice of words when I said it.
But you wanted somebody to do something.
Something. Yes, ma'am.
You wanted Holly
Yes,
back.
immediately.
I don't know, passport and photograph previously shown with defense counsel.
Okay.
May I approach or do you?
Let's take it.
Double bomb bomb, cowbell. That's what I heard.
Who is that a picture of?
My daughter, Holly Bobo.
And does that accurately depict what she looked like in 2011?
If I ain't mistaken, this picture was took about 2 weeks or less from the time she was kidnapped.
I'd like to mark that as exhibit 1, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna do that. Let's work. Would you like to display this computer?
I'm going to put it on the overhead with Your Honor.
Okay, okay.
Mr. Ragland's going to help us keep the pictures up so that we can move along.
I didn't want to pass it individually, this works better. Oh, you need, okay, put your hand down there.
And for the record, Dana, I'm going to ask you to look over your left shoulder and tell the jury who that's the picture of.
That's Holly Bobo, my daughter.
It's like her constant tone. I agree, Spitfire. It's still sounds like a snarky witch.
I've asked you a number of questions about your house and your property, and I want to show you, I'm going to pass forward a group of 12 photographs.
Okay.
What I'm going to ask you to do, Mr. Bobo, I'm going to ask you to keep them in that order, look at each one of them, and tell me when you're finished.
The first picture is of our house and driveway.
Mr. Bobo, I just want you to look at each one of them and tell me when you're finished.
Oh,
You don't have to tell me what they are yet.
Don't be such a goddamn bitch. Like, seriously? This is the fucking victim's father. I fucking hate her. More than I already hated her.
Mr. Bobo, don't be a fucking asshole. Listen to what I'm telling you, sir.
Are you done yet, sir?
Okay, I'm finished.
I mean, just look at them,
So I'm
sir.
asking the same questions about those photographs as a whole, and then we'll talk about them individually. Do you recognize what is portrayed in each of those 12 pictures?
Yes,
Okay. And generally speaking, what are those pictures of?
that's all pictures of our house. 681 Swan Junction.
You're right,
The
you're
house
right.
that you built.
Damn it.
Yes,
And do those pictures accurately reflect what your house looked like in 2011?
yes.
Your Honor, this time I've asked that those be marked individually, 2 through 13.
Okay. Let's let me mark first. And then
No. No, I couldn't.
I'd get charged with a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor contempt. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Ask questions.
Okay.
One time.
Okay. Start with exhibit 2. You can just give it to Mr. Ragland.
Mr. Bobo, I want to ask you now, not only to speak up so they can hear you, but I need you to look over your shoulder in the next few minutes.
Okay.
What is that a picture of?
That's a picture of the front of our house.
What? And we're looking at what's been marked as exhibit 2 from what angle?
That's from the road out in front of our house, looking back, looks like kind of to the right to the front of our house.
So looking back just a little bit.
Yes,
Okay, exhibit 3, you can just put them on top of one another. Two different. What is exhibit 3 showing?
that's a picture of our house, sitting right at the end of the driveway, looking straight at the front of the house.
All right, so a minute ago, and I put the pointer up there. A minute ago, the picture was taken from looking back a little bit, right?
Yes, kind of to your right.
But if you were to sit directly at the base of your driveway on Swan Johnson, that's
Yeah.
what you see.
A straight shot of it from the end of our driveway.
All right, next one, please. What is that?
That's a picture of the front of the house, probably, I'm gonna guess 30 feet from the front of the house, sitting in the driveway.
All right, is your house an L-shaped house?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, right here to the left?
Yeah, that goes back to the left.
Now, a moment ago, the jury saw a straight shot of the driveway. If you come up, look where my pointer is.
Okay.
When you get to the top of your driveway, how do you get to the back of your house? By going left or by going
You'll
right?
have to go around the right.
So does the driveway continue this way, around the side of the house?
Yes, around the right side of the house, like you're pointing.
Okay, next one, please. If you follow the driveway around the right side of the house, is this what you would see?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, this truck parked there, whose truck is that?
That is Kathy Wise's truck, our neighbor at the time.
Okay, and so if Kathy Wise's truck had followed on around, this is where she would go?
Yes,
And that would be, this is the back of your house?
yes,
Okay, next one. I'm gonna ask you the same questions. There was a pool in the last picture. Is this the driveway as it goes on around behind the pool?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is this building? And I'm holding it, it looks like a double door.
That's the detached garage from our house.
Okay,
Way to go,
Whose truck
cameraman.
is that?
for
That's my dump truck
Law
at the time.
News
Fail.
Network.
and the pool.
Yes,
Does this driveway stop right here or can you go on around?
it goes on around the pool to your left and pulls into the carport
Okay,
in the back of the house.
next picture. With respect to the same pool, correct, on your left?
Yep.
Is this the detached garage they just saw?
Yes,
And you said it pulls on into the carport.
Yep.
Is this your carport?
that's a carport.
Okay. When you
Is that
got
a
home,
garage?
the morning of April the 13th. Was this crime scene tape already stretched between your house and the building?
No, ma'am.
Did you take steps for some reason to block off something that you thought was important?
I did.
Tell the jury what you did before law enforcement.
Okay. When I was standing around the front yard, it's sometime after I told some law enforcement to do something. I went back to back. People was wandering around as they pleased, all in the yard. Someone was headed back toward the back of the house. Sometime before that, I'd walked to the back of the house and I seen Holly's car still sitting in the garage.
And let me stop you here. Was Holly's car parked in this detached garage, or was Holly's car parked in the carport?
I'm gonna call it the carport, the one on the back of the house.
Okay, so you had seen Holly's car still there.
Yes.
And so what did you do once you saw people wandering around?
Wait, so
Once
a
I
carport
seen Holly's
is
car
the
still in there
attached
and
garage?
something in the garage floor and people wandering around as they pleased, I used to cut timber on the side and I always kept pink tape. I took 2 lawn chairs off the back deck right there.
Okay,
And I put them across the garage. At that time did not have a door on it. It was open garage. I took 2 lawn chairs off the back there and I put them on each side of the garage open, and I stretched pink tape across the lawn chairs to keep people from walking in the garage.
okay. And then later on, law enforcement added this crime scene tape that we
Yeah,
can see.
that was added after
Wow,
later
thank
that morning.
God for
I suppose.
Mr. Bobo.
Next one, please.
Police don't even use a crime scene tape to
What
get
is it?
people out of the garage.
Babe, your mic is, and I do not have the boost on. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Huh.
There's so much ambient noise with the like kind of the hissing in this thing that can you guys hear Allie? I mean, above like,
Well, when
kinda
it's off, you can
competing.
hear me, right?
yeah, I think you still need to boost your mic a little bit. Are you on auto or do
Yeah, I'm
you have
on
it?
auto.
All right.
But I was gonna say, like, thank God for. I mean, it ended up not mattering, but they didn't know at the time. You know, he's like, "Well, my daughter's car's in there. How about I block this off so that people out looking aren't like messing with what might have evidence, what might be relevant, what could, you know."
Yeah.
They didn't even put up any crime scene tape.
Right. I mean, look, we all know if you've watched the post-conviction hearing, you know that this investigation was not good. This was we're not dealing with a bunch of Columbos here. It's more a bunch of Dumbos.
I feel like I'm gonna look at everything different now that I learned everything I learned
Good.
on yesterday's live.
That's exactly what I was saying though yesterday when we started it. I like going this way. Because now we can look for certain things. Oh, did you
Sorry.
have that little yawn?
I keep turning off
Did you
the
really
camera because I don't know why I
yawn?
keep yawning. And then I went up and I grabbed 4 Advil and I get back and it's like, be careful with that Advil, it'll make your stomach bleed. I
Oh.
mean, I took a lot of Advil leading up to the surgery and then after. So if it didn't bleed then, I don't think it's bleeding now.
Yeah, I can't wait till Clint testifies. That's the brother. All right, I'm gonna run. There's not gonna
I
be any.
mean-
I gotta run and get a cup of iced coffee immediately, if not sooner.
What is this?
That's the front of the detached garage, left-hand side of it.
Whose truck is this back in?
But it's Clint Hunter Bobo's truck, my son.
Okay. And what is this vehicle next to it?
That is one of them. We had 2 4-wheelers at home. That's a Honda 4-wheeler.
You mentioned that the carport
Babe, do you need anything?
I just finished my water.
All right.
didn't have doors
But considering the yawning, maybe coffee and water would be a
Wow.
wonderful treat.
Wow.
on it. Did this detached garage have a door?
That detached garage has always had 2 doors
Is
on
that
it.
what I've got pointing around now?
Yeah.
Like, does it just roll down?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember now whether when you got home and you blocked off the carport, was that garage door up or was it down?
Down.
Next picture. Okay, this is
What if
different.
there
You-
was
you
no door
mentioned a
there?
deck a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Tell me where the pointer.
Tell you what,
Where's the deck?
the deck is on the right side of the pool, attached to the back of the house.
All right. So this structure right here on the far right is the carport. Is that correct?
Yes, that's the front left-hand side of the carport if you pull in.
And there's a deck between this above ground pool and the house.
Yes.
Right? And if you will, looking there in the background, what is the jury looking at?
That's the tree line to the woods, separates the yard from the woods. And that's the playhouse that me and Karen built for the kids. And to the right of it is the swing set we bought. set up for the kids.
Right, and you mentioned this tree line, was this your property beyond?
That, the tree,
Hang on a second.
Okay.
She tries to write down everything we say.
okay.
So I know you have 20 plus acres. Is your land back behind the tree line, or is your land the other way?
Our land is this side of the tree line.
Okay, so is the tree line is at the edge of your property?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next one. So this is a little, I guess, nearer view, is that correct, of the tree line in the woods
Yes.
and where your truck is parked? Okay? Now, we can see the edge of the swing set that was in the pictures. This tree line, if one were to walk back there, is the terrain about the same, sort of hilly with trees filling out in this April? Is that about what it looked like?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, please. And what's this?
That's our back deck on the house.
This is a better picture of the deck. And is there, I know it's dark, and the jury will have these pictures later. Can you see from the deck into the carport?
Yes.
And how is that? You said there was no door on the front, but how can you see there on the side?
The carport there is kind of on the right of your picture, above that shrub.
Right?
You can walk straight in off the deck. There's an open, I'm gonna say 4 to 5 foot open, cased out door open, and it has no door on it. So yes, you can see from right there, plumb in the garage.
Okay. One more. What is this a picture of?
That's our carport on the back of the house.
Whose car is that?
That is Holly's car with a trunk lid open.
What kind of car was it?
2006 black Mustang.
You said earlier in your testimony that you parked in the front. You just showed us where Clint was parked. Where did Karen park every day?
She parked in the vacant place on the right there where you're pointing.
So Holly parked on the left,
Yep.
Karen parked on the right.
Yes,
And was that a habit that pretty much everybody followed? That's your spot, and that's where you put your car?
that was their spot.
Yes, she
At
is a
some point
judge.
on April the 13th, were you asked to leave your own home?
Yes,
And I'm not asking specifically who asked you, but was it law enforcement that asked you to leave your home?
yes.
And was it just you they asked to leave, or did they ask you to take Karen, and Clint, and Terry Bromley, and everybody else that was there?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your understanding of why you needed to leave?
Like they told us they were going to process the crime scene.
So where did you go?
We went to my youngest sister's house, next road over.
So as close as you could be to home,
Yes.
but somewhere else.
My mom lived at town, which was 6 miles away, and my sister lived a mile and a half from us, back behind us, next road over.
Is it fair to say that from the time you got that call on April 13th of 2011, your life changed as you knew it?
Yes, ma'am.
How long was it before you went back to work?
It was either 7 or 8 weeks.
And during the 7 or 8 weeks after April the 13th, what did you do every day?
We searched for our daughter 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
What kind of places did you look?
In my mind, I looked at every place that I think she could have possibly been.
Like what?
I went to vacant houses. I went to vacant buildings. I went to houses that was occupied. I went everywhere I thought she might be looking for her.
Did you look in barns?
I looked in everywhere.
Did you look in
poor
sheds?
girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you look in the woods?
Yes,
Did you look in other woods?
yes.
Did you go to places outside of your immediate area, your road?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
my God.
Do you know whether your phone number, y'all's private phone number, was it out there broadcast to the public so that people could call you with tips and leads? Or Karen's?
Karen's phone was.
And as a result of that, I'm not asking what anybody said, but as a result of that, did your family actually get phone calls from people saying, go look here, go look here?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got this kind of
And
phone
what?
calls, what did you do?
We took them down. It might have been 2 or 3 days after we was taking phone calls. I think 2 FBI ladies come and stayed with us after, I'm not sure on the time, maybe a day or 2 into it. We was taking the calls ourselves. We had a house phone at the time. So calls was coming into our house and calls was coming into her cell phone once it got out there for somebody to call her.
And would you turn the calls or the leads over to the FBI, or did you just handle it yourself?
After a day or 2, we started writing it down when we kind of come to our senses of what we need to be doing. Every call that we got was turned into the TBI daily. just minutes after we took it.
The day that you said that you went in places that appeared to you to be abandoned, and that you went in places that appeared to you not to be abandoned.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you did that, did you keep that a secret, or did you self-report that to law enforcement?
TBI was at our house a lot of time during the daytime, and they was there every night briefing us. I told everybody everything I'd done that day.
And at some point, did you stop going into houses and sheds and stick to just knocking on doors and looking in the woods?
Yes.
Okay, what made you, I guess, change? That's your daughter, that's your baby. What made you go from one way of doing things to another?
We searched for, I guess it was, I don't know how long. We searched forever, it seemed like, in the woods, sides of the roads, buildings and stuff. And there come a time, I don't know how long it was later, that we had searched everything, it seemed like 3 or 4 times with dog teams and all. And you wouldn't believe how many people was helping us and come from out of state and all. But we searched. And there come a time where we just started going out as far as bunches gathering, and we was talking to people, knocking on doors everywhere and talking to people.
And when did you stop doing that?
I couldn't tell you. It was a long time we searched the woods. And
Did anybody ask you to stop doing that?
no, ma'am.
Law enforcement never asked you to stop?
They told me to quit searching like I was dead
That's what I'm asking.
numerous times.
All right. And so at some point, did you stop doing that?
Yes.
But when he was damn good and ready, when he felt he searched it all.
What day did you give up hope for the very first time?
Oh, what is the relevance of these questions? This is over the top. It's not very fair to him either.
About 3 years into it, give or take, with the TBI, come to our house with a whole bunch of them, and took me and Clint and Karen down in the living room and told us that was Holly, and that Holly had been found. That was her remains.
And until that moment, were you looking?
Yes,
Still hoping?
until that moment.
Yeah, I was trying to figure the legal, purpose.
I don't have any more questions for you.
But that's
The
exactly
defense
right.
attorney's mine.
Okay.
Exactly.
Drew Scott.
Wait, oh, there were no questions from the defense.
Thank you.
They said that at lunch, you got 12 to get that brief witness.
I do.
Okay.
It is Drew Scott.
Well, that's not the mom, is it?
I don't think so. Didn't he say Drew Scott?
Drew Sykes or Drew Scott? I don't know. Oh, that guy's had his best jacket on.
State your name for the record and spell it first and last.
Drew Scott, DREWSCOTT.
Mr. Scott, I'm going to ask you to keep your voice up and direct your answers over here to the jury, okay? Okay?
Yep.
So will you direct your answers over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge asked your name, you're Drew Scott, is that correct?
Yes.
I'm not asking what your address is, but where do you live?
Parsons, Tennessee.
And how long have you lived in Parsons?
All my life.
How old are you?
26.
And what is your birthday?
July 13th, 1991.
Do you know a man by the name of Jason Bobo?
Yes.
Do you know a lady by the name of Karen Bobo?
Yes, ma'am.
You see him in the courtroom?
Yes.
Do you know Clint Bobo?
Yes.
And how did you know?
7/13, day birth, what?
91.
91.
And how did you know? How did you know Dana, Karen, and Clint Bobo?
I was buddies with Clint, and probably just out of high school, and
Well, did you also know him through another person?
Yeah, through Holly, yes.
Okay. And who's Holly?
Holly Bobo, their daughter.
And what was your relationship to Holly?
We were dating.
I'm gonna ask Exhibit 1 be put on the overhead. Okay, just you'll turn around and look at the screen. Who's that?
That's Holly.
You said you're dating. Did you love her?
Yes, ma'am.
You're a little bit younger than she was?
Yes,
Just less than a year?
yes.
Did y'all actually go to school together or no?
We did not go to school together.
Did you go to a totally different school?
Ye-
Just a different year?
Different school.
Do you remember when you started dating her relative to when she disappeared?
I was just freshly out of high school.
And when she disappeared, you would have been 19 then. Your birthday was in July, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
How serious were you about her?
I'm serious.
In fact, did you give her a gift for Christmas
Yes, ma'am.
before she disappeared?
Yes, ma'am.
May I approach your honor?
You know,
I want to hand you a box and ask you to,
I've never seen anything
yeah.
like this. Never seen anything like this. Is this a gift you bought the victim
what is that?
before she was
That's a ring I
unalive?
bought her for Christmas.
Was it a special ring?
I can't
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
you.
What'd she call that ring?
Well,
What'd
maybe
you call
it's
it?
a
Promise ring.
Pause it.
Did Holly wear that ring?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she?
I've never seen anything like this. She's putting into evidence a gift he bought for the victim. What in the hell is going on over there?
Yeah, it's hard to figure out what the relevance of that would be, other than to
Inflame the
invoke
emotion.
emotion.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. So I don't know why there's no objections, relevance. I don't even know how.
I mean, that's a delicate balance, though, right? It's like,
Yeah,
you
but
know
she
how
shouldn't be doing it. She shouldn't be doing it.
agreed, but she is. And if you're the defense, it puts us in a precarious position. Are we going to be the asshole?
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yeah, but the
After that
fucking train's
display we
left the
just saw
station.
with the last witness, Your Honor.
The
Well, she-
train has left the station. And if
I
they're
know,
like,
but-
okay, well, what's this gift? And now all of a sudden we say,
Yeah.
hey, can we step up to the bench, judge? And then all of a sudden they're not seeing the gift. Well, I wanted to know what he got her.
Right.
What the fuck happened? Oh, the defense. Nice job,
Oh,
scumbag.
wait a second. Kelly's got me now. The ring was found near her remains.
Patience
That's
is a
why.
virtue.
All right.
Patience is a
Let me
virtue.
get off my high horse.
Wear it every single day, as best you can.
Yes.
And Your Honor, I'm not going to introduce it into evidence. Frankly, I hope to return it to the family, but I would like it to be passed if nobody objects.
let's do this. We'll make it an exhibit, but I will allow you to substitute a photo.
Okay.
Okay? Well, that's
That's perfect. So for the time until I substitute it, I'd ask that be marked as the next
all
number.
right, the exhibit, 14.
So they're going to pass a photograph around instead of the actual ring.
And the permission to pass it to
Right, you
the
pass it to the jury, and you
Oh, no.
continue your question while the
They are going to let them pass the actual ring.
I want to ask you, Mr. Scott, do you remember back in the spring of 2011, what your routine was with Holly? Like, how frequently did you see her?
Every night.
Would you come to her house?
Yes.
She was in school then, right?
Yes.
Did that keep her pretty busy?
Yes.
Did you have more times on the weekend, more time to spend with her on the weekends?
Yes.
Did you spend the time with her on the weekends?
Yes.
When you weren't with her at night or weren't with her on the weekends, did the two of you talk, text frequently back and forth?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to draw your attention to the early morning hours of April the 13th, 2011. Do you remember where you were that morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you?
I was on a piece of her grandmother's land, turkey hunting.
And her grandmother that's back here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You said on a piece of her grandmother's land. Where was it?
Bass Springs.
Hey, how far away from Holly's house was this piece of land?
20 miles, 25 miles.
Far. And what were you doing?
Turkey hunting.
What, were you supposed to go to work that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you go to work that day?
Yes, ma'am.
So despite, what time were you supposed to be there to work?
8 o'clock.
Despite having to be at work at 8 o'clock, you still turkey hunted that morning?
Yes.
With whom?
My father.
And on this piece of land owned by Holly's grandma, did you see people that morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know who those people are?
I knew one of them.
But you actually had an exchange with them about hunting?
Yes.
And after this exchange with them, because you were on grandma's land, right?
Yes.
Was there a series of calls or texts back and forth between you and Holly and Karen about your permission to hunt on grandma's land?
Yes.
And you had permission to be there?
Yes.
Do you remember the last text or that you got from Holly that morning, what time it was? And if you don't, it's okay.
I don't.
Was it before you went to work though?
Yes.
And you had to be at work at 8?
Yes.
Were you early to work that morning?
Yes, ma'am.
So the last time you heard from Holly would have been before you even got to work.
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you work then?
City of Parsons.
You still work there?
Yes.
When's the last time you actually saw Holly?
The night before.
After that last text on the morning of the 13th, you said you went over to work.
Yes.
At some point in the morning, did something happen?
Yes.
What happened?
My foreman got a phone call and he came to me and had told me what happened.
And what did you do when you got the information about Holly?
I left work and went to where my dad worked and left from there.
Did your dad go with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did y'all go?
We went to the Bobos.
And over the next days and weeks, were you over at the Bobos a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point in time, did law enforcement come and ask you where you were that morning, that kind of thing?
Yes.
And have you always been cooperative with them?
Yes.
You were 20 miles away, hunting with your dad,
Yes.
talking to some other people,
Yes.
and texting with Holly.
Yes.
It's on a loop, for God's sakes.
One moment, John.
Yes.
Drew, I don't have any further questions. Defense me.
Just a second, cross-examination.
One question. I'm sorry, I apologize. Can I put the sack with the box for later? The bag that I took it out of?
Your Honor, I don't think the exhibit number was actually written in the record for the reading.
It was exhibit 14. I announced that it would be filed as exhibit 14. I think I did.
Mr. Scott, do you remember back in April of 2011 what your telephone number was?
No, ma'am.
Would it have been,
No, ma'am.
do you remember what it was?
Not at the moment. No.
No questions.
None? All right, you can step down, sir. You can remain in the courtroom or you're free to be excused. We're going to recess. 12 o'clock straight up and down. How about that? Let's allow 1 hour for lunch. You're going to bring it in so that should be adequate time. Take next witness ready to go.
James Barnes.
Raise your right hand, please. Sign this with testimony you have to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated. State your name first and last, and spell them for the court reporter.
James Barnes, Jamesbarnes.
All right, thank you.
Anderson, your honor.
You may.
Mr. Barnes, you actually go by Ed, is that right? You have to answer out loud.
I would say not really. I mean, not since I
I've
was a
heard some
kid.
people call you Ed. You prefer
My mother.
His mother, okay.
Gotcha. Well, that's probably where I heard it. I'm not asking for your address, your current address, but what city do you live in?
Darden, Tennessee.
And how long have you lived in Darden?
About 14 years now.
Do you know a family by the name of the Bobo family that lived on Swan Johnson Road?
Yes, I live next door.
And when you lived next door, did that encompass a period of time in 2011?
Yeah.
And I asked you about the Bobo family in general. Do you know that the husband and father in the house was Dana Bobo?
Yes, ma'am.
And the mother was who?
Karen.
Karen. And do you know their children by any chance?
Clint, Holly.
You didn't go to school with them, did you?
No, ma'am.
Was your relationship basically just knew them because they were your neighbors?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't socialize with them? You weren't going back and forth grilling out or anything like that? And I want to draw your attention to probably about 7:45 in the morning, approximately, on April the 13th of 2011, and ask whether you were home that morning.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you lived next door to the Bobos. Is that next door, like you can reach out and touch your neighbor, or is there some distance between the
It's
houses?
about 750 feet.
Okay. And who all lived at your house or on your property?
At the time, just me and my ex-wife, Cassie Bates.
Was there a child there as well?
Yes, ever. I'm sorry.
And was it a young child?
Yes.
A baby?
He was 4, I think, 4 or 5.
And did your mother stay around there as well?
Yeah, I don't think she had moved off at the time yet.
So what does that mean? You don't think she had moved off?
Yes, she moved up here to Lawrence County.
Okay, so at that time though, she
Yeah, I
was
think she was still there.
on the property. Right,
But she wasn't currently there that morning, though.
she was not?
No.
Okay, but was there 2 places that you could live there, like a trailer and a house? Which one did you stay in with your ex-wife?
The trailer.
Couldn't hear you.
The trailer.
Okay, and when your mom, when she was there, did she stay in the house?
Yes.
And were they close to one another?
Yeah.
In addition to the trailer and the house, were there any other, I guess, buildings or there on your property, like a barn or a shed or anything?
Not
like
at the time, I don't think.
that? I'm sorry?
Not at the time.
Okay. And you're gonna have to speak up because I'm having trouble hearing.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Get this big ring when your voice kind of goes away. Were you working at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you work?
For myself,
Doing what kind of work?
construction contracting.
And were you in the middle of a project that April?
Yes.
And did that cause you to get up and leave normal time, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you and your ex-wife have one or more cars?
Just one.
Right, and because you had one car, does that mean y'all shared one? In other words, you would take her places and
Yes, ma'am.
child places? And what was your habit in terms of getting her child to daycare?
We took him to different places, his grandmother's, to the daycare center in Parsons, a couple different places.
Well, on April the 13th, do you remember where he was going at that time?
Yeah, we were taking him to his grandmother's in Perry County.
His grandmother's in what county?
Perry County.
Perry County. Now, do you remember something that sort of interrupted the morning routine with getting you and your ex-wife and the child to the right places? Did something happen?
Yeah.
Would you tell the jury, because they want to hear it?
Okay. About 7:50, sometime like that, I heard some arguing going on next door. So I kind of looked through the trees to see what was going on and couldn't see anything at all. And she started screaming a little, and then she quit. And my girlfriend came outside, so I told her to get in the truck, and we went down and we sat at the end of the driveway for a few minutes and didn't see or hear anything. So we went ahead and went on to work.
All right. Before we go any further, were you out? You were outside when you first heard the screaming?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember what you heard or what words you heard?
It sounded like she was arguing with somebody, and she said stop. I said stop.
Stop. I said stop.
Yeah.
Okay. And at that, when you heard that, did it sound frantic to you, or did you just think someone was messing around?
It sounded like she was arguing with somebody she knew. I mean, it didn't sound nothing serious, really. I mean,
At that point?
Yeah.
Okay, did something happen, or did you hear additional screams later that made you actually walk to the tree line?
yeah, she kind of cut out mid-scream, and it just didn't sound right. And so, and my dogs were raising Cain, so I kind of went over there to see what was going on. And like I said, I couldn't see anything from where I was at.
How
Wow.
long did the screaming last?
Maybe a minute and a half. I mean,
And other than no and stop,
His
did you
dogs
hear
were raising
any cheeks at
Cain.
her? Did it sound like it was a female's voice?
Yeah.
Other
She's screaming for a minute to a minute and a half.
Oh my God. This is just, it's hard. This is like just rip your heart out.
Man.
Like
I mean,
dogs are raising Cain. Neighbors are hearing screams. They're there looking
if somebody's
for her
screaming for a fucking
quick.
minute, bro, I'm running over there.
So quick, but they weren't, it sounds like they were looking quickly, no? Because the mom's on the phone with the son shortly after that,
Clint
right?
calls mom. Mom's already at work. So Clint, the brother, calls mom, says some weird shit just happened. She's like, she thinks that it's Drew. She's like, go get your gun.
No, he said it was Drew, and she knew that Drew was not even in town. So that's why.
But
What?
all right, yeah, maybe that's it. So she says, go and get your gun. My point is, if you're this guy, if I heard somebody screaming for a minute, not just like a one-off screaming for a minute and a half. I mean, I'm not trying to put anything on this dude, but like my natural instinct would be I'd be screaming back, "Are you okay?" And I'd be running over there, like just.
Well,
that's what I
especially if
would
the
do.
dogs are raising Cain.
Yes, the dogs, but the woman is screaming
know,
for a
but-
minute and a half, dude. Forget the dogs. Like,
Well, coupled with the dogs is all I'm saying.
yeah.
The screaming should have been enough, yes. But then when you throw in the dogs, it's like, all right, wait, what? Like, nah. Now it's like,
Babe, if I heard you screaming for 5 seconds,
well,
5 seconds, like scream for 5 seconds right now.
no,
Like a minute and a half of
that's
like consistent screaming
is that what he said? A minute and a
a
half?
minute to a minute and a half of screaming. I mean, you know how time can play tricks on your mind. Maybe
Yeah, but
now,
that's a
years
long-
later,
Right.
you know, maybe it seems longer in his mind. Maybe
But
it
you'd
won't.
think he'd be inclined to make it shorter, just as a subconsciously to make himself.
So there's not some asshole like me saying that I would have run over there to see what the fuck was going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
In the know.
misdemeanor says he was treated horribly for no reason. Are we talking about him, or was this the son? Maybe
Clint or
yeah. Oh, that
James
was
or-
old. It was from 308. So well, it could be this guy. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out for it and see what she says.
Oh, gee, what? I put the wrong scroll.
Stop. Did you hear any other words?
Listen, Kirby. How's with Anna?
Alright,
and
you said that
Steve?
you finished loading up your car with your ex-wife and the child, and that you went down your driveway, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And went to the base of the Bobo's driveway?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you actually turn up in the driveway?
Just barely. I just kind of pulled my truck up in there and stopped.
And did you pull your truck up in it, but still aiming like you were going to be driving down the road, or did you pull it up facing the house?
I actually pulled up facing the house.
Okay, and how long did you sit there?
About 2 or 3 minutes.
Did you hear anything else?
Nothing. We turned the engine off. There were no vehicles, no nothing.
So at that point, you didn't have anything to worry about, I guess.
I thought so.
I'm sorry?
I thought so.
Okay, and so then you continue on your way?
Well, we left and we made it to about to Parsons, and which is about 4 or 5 minutes away. And me and my girlfriend just wouldn't drop us, so we called my mom and had her call Miss Karen.
You said you called your mom. Did you ask your mom whether or not she had heard anything?
Yeah, I asked her if she heard them arguing earlier that morning.
And had she?
No.
Dude, the girlfriend was like, nah. Somebody call that house. You get your mother to call. This had to be a thing. Like where the girlfriend's like, he's like, no, you stay out other people's business. And she's like, no. Something's not wrong. And to me, I'm getting from this, it's giving, she's arguing with him about it in the car to the point that he's like, fine, I'll call my mother. I mean, I could be wrong. Everything is viewed through like your own lens of bias. It could just have been like they started talking about it. That was kind of really weird. Now
So
it's
wait a
starting to freak me
second.
out.
Did he say he was dropping? Was he at his ex's mom's house? Where was he?
No.
I want to be
think-
clear on where he was.
I think, and check the chat, but I think he's at his house with his girlfriend, and then maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they live around the corner for all I know. So I don't know, actually.
All right. So wait, where is he?
All
Tell
right.
me in the chat.
So here, we know that Misdemeanor knows what she's talking about. She said, no, he lives next door to the Bobos.
Okay, so
and
he's the neighbor. Okay.
he, with his mother, lives next door, Misdemeanor.
Donna, you're in the very beginning of it. All you've missed thus far is we did openings yesterday, And today we're on the third witness, and the first witness was Holly Bobo's father. And Donna, also go and read my description that we put. It gives you a real good overview of the case. So you missed Holly's father was the first witness. And then we had, I believe it was the boyfriend who was very brief, and now the neighbor. So
misdemeanor saying, yes, he lived there with the mother. She did say that part gets confusing. So it sounds like he lives with the mother. He heard the screaming. He left. He got about 4. Well, now someone else is saying mom lives near him. But someone else saying he lives with the wife, with the girlfriend who was the wife and the mother. Anyway, it sounds to me like they left and they got about 4 or 5 minutes, and he called his mom, asked if she heard anything, and told her to call the mom.
How far, when you say not close, what's that mean? Like half mile?
Who says not close now?
Somebody in chat said that the properties aren't like right on top of each other, which you would imagine it's rural, but like how far? I mean, at least he tried to, he
misdemeanor says
750 feet. That's not what I consider far. I mean, I don't know, whatever. It's easy to sit here and armchair quarterback what should have been done.
Right.
All right.
And you said you had your mom or asked your mom to call Miss Karen. Did you know where Miss Karen worked?
Yes.
Okay. And your mom used to work there as well?
Yes. And my previous ex-wife.
Okay. Your previous ex-wife. Yeah. So everybody comes in your family. All right.
Number 2.
And after giving your mother or telling your mother that information, did you go into work?
Yes.
And later on in the day, did you, I guess, receive some information that you thought was probably related to what you heard?
Yeah, the TBI said that they needed me to come home because they had to question me immediately.
You got to speak up.
The TBI told me that I had to come home because they had to question me immediately.
Okay. And did you do that?
Yes.
Right.
I got there at 11:50.
And I think it's pretty obvious from the fact that who you're with and the baby, you dropped the baby off to your ex-wife to work or on the job, but you didn't have anything to do with what happened to Holly Bobo.
No, ma'am.
All right. Just you happened to have heard something, told your mom, and your mom called Karen Bobo.
Yes.
If you fast forward to...
They do not mind leading, apparently.
2 photographs. Let's take a look at the first one. Do you recognize what that is?
Sort of.
What does it look like?
It's the side of their garage or their...
Well, did she ask the follow-up question in terms of how long before he ends up driving into the, like, he hears the screams, then he hears nothing. Like, how long was he still over at his property before he left and drove up her property? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes? I'm curious. Did she ask him that? It's minutes. Okay.
The side of their garage or their house.
All right. And does it show the edge of where your property might start or the direction that your property would be in?
I think I'd be more over here.
Okay. Let me show you the second picture. Do you recognize this?
Yeah. I would be right here, right below those 2 pine trees.
All right. Your Honor, I'm going to ask that these 2 photographs be marked as the next numbered exhibit.
All right, the exhibit 15 and 16.
I'm going to ask Mr. Ragland to put the first picture up on the screen, and if you'll still speak up, but I want you to tell the jury what you were telling me. What do you recognize the side of this building to be?
I think that's the garage.
Okay. And would your house be to the left or to the right?
Over there.
This way?
Yes,
my
ma'am.
pointer is?
Yes, to the right.
And what is between the 2 houses?
A pond.
A pond? Now I'm going to ask the next exhibit to be placed. And what do you recognize this to be?
A picture facing over towards my house.
All right, I'm going to pass you the pointer and ask if you can show the jury. It's that button. Look, right there. If you can show the jury where your house is.
Well, my house is about right there, but when the event happened, I was standing in the tree line about right there, right below those 2 pine trees.
All right. And so from that distance, you said it's about 750 feet?
Somewhere in there.
It's quiet there.
Yeah.
And you were
especially in the morning.
right. And you were able to hear the screams from the area of the Bobo house?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said your dogs heard them too?
Yes. Oh, you ain't getting it back.
don't have any more questions. The defense probably does.
All right, cross-examination, please.
Yes. Let me turn this off so it shines the bright.
Mr. Barnes, my name is Jennifer Thompson, and I am representing Zach Adams in this case. He's the defendant. Now, I wanted to clarify a few things from your testimony. Maybe I couldn't hear you. You're somewhat soft-spoken.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe I misunderstood, but in fact, your mother was she was at your house that morning or on the property that morning, wasn't she?
Yeah, she had left pretty early that morning.
But she was, well, first let me just go through. You gave multiple statements to the police and different law enforcement agency over time, didn't you?
Yes.
Matter of fact, you were interviewed that very same day that Holly disappeared, April the 13th, weren't
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Okay. And you'd agree with me that your memory and your statement that you gave that morning is probably the most accurate of all the statements, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Because it was so fresh in time
Yeah.
to the incident. Okay. And in that statement, you agreed that it was around 7:45 that you were loading tools into your pickup truck.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what kind of truck did you have on that day?
A really old 87 F-150,
Okay, and what color was it?
black.
Okay. And it had space in the truck for the car seat, you and your wife.
Yes.
And it was when you were outside when you're loading these tools in the truck, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's while you were loading the tools in the truck that you began to hear a girl screaming.
Yes.
Okay. And it sounded like it was coming from the direction of the neighbor's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your first thought was someone was playing or chasing a girl around.
Yes, ma'am.
And maybe even that they had a snake because of the way that the girl was screaming.
Yes, ma'am.
And the girl was screaming, stop, stop,
Horrified.
don't. Is that correct? Okay. And when you heard this, you walked a little closer to the property and the tree line, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
You looked through the trees, but you did not see anything at the time.
Nothing.
And the screaming seemed to last for just 1 or 2 minutes. Sometime after the screaming stopped, your ex-wife, Cassie Bates, came outside. Isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
She got in your truck, and you asked her if she had heard screams.
Yes.
And she said no. And you started to leave. That's when you left.
The witness didn't answer that question.
I'm sorry. I think you nodded your
I
head.
said yes.
Okay. She said no, and you answered.
What did I say to Cassie?
Oh, okay,
Is
strike
that what you're asking me?
I just wanted you to repeat your last answer. I think your last answer was no.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Could you please repeat it?
That's where it gets confusing. She entered the truck. You asked her if she had heard anything, and she answered
No, she didn't hear anything.
correct. And there were 2 different ways.
So wait, so this is his ex-wife is living at his mom's house. Like he
I
definitely
think it was his
said-
girlfriend at the time. He's saying it was his girlfriend at the time. So which
Okay.
explains why the brother might not have heard anything, although he would have been much closer.
Okay, well, both attorneys need not do that.
Right.
Speak in terms of the time.
Correct.
Because if I'm fucking confused about it, so wait, you got the girlfriend and the ex-wife's living with your mom, which I mean that happens.
Right. No, I 100% agree. Just stick with you just say at the beginning, we'll refer to her as your girlfriend, which is the status she held at the time.
Correct, because everything that we're discussing is at the time.
Right.
That you could have taken off that morning to go to drop your stepson off at daycare, weren't
Yes,
there?
ma'am.
One way was a direction away from the Bobo home, and one way was where you would pass the Bobo home. Is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And usually you took the other direction away from the Bobo home, didn't you?
Yeah, because it's a gravel road and
Right.
junky.
But because of what you had heard that morning, and it was so unusual, you decided to change your normal course of behavior, didn't you?
Immediately.
Because after the way that your dogs, I mean, your animals there around you even reacted to the screams they were hearing, didn't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Matter of fact, they put their ears back and they kind of cowered down, didn't they?
Yes.
And that meant something to you too also, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you decided you would drive past the Bobo house.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you drove past the Bobo house, you slowed down to look, didn't you?
And I pulled in their driveway.
Pulled in their driveway and paused for a few minutes.
Turned the engine off.
What?
I turned the engine off.
Okay. Turn
So
the
that way I
engine
could
off.
hear anybody. There was nothing.
Because had you heard anybody at that moment, you would have gone and further investigated, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
And even when you heard someone screaming, you did not ever hear this woman that was screaming yell help, did you?
No, ma'am.
If you'd have heard somebody yell help, you would have gone to help, wouldn't you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you heard nothing when you paused in the driveway and turned off the engine, did you?
Nothing.
And there were no cars in the driveway.
Nothing.
And from the time that you were in your driveway You didn't see any cars pass your house, did you?
No, absolutely nobody came out, even going the opposite direction from their house, because I kept an eye on the place from the time that I went from the place where I was getting the tools till I got in the vehicle to go down there.
Okay. And so after you pass the Bobo's house, there's not another street between your house and the Bobo house, is there?
No, ma'am.
I mean, there's no T-bone or cross street or anything?
No.
And after you pass the Bobo's house, there's a small logging road on the left-hand side as you're driving north.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you look down that logging road?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see anything?
Nothing.
And did you see any cars on the right-hand side of the road?
No.
Okay. And then just a little further down, you get to a stop sign, don't you? Does that area there, that road down there have a name?
Five Forks.
Five Forks Road. Okay. And did you see any cars there?
No, ma'am.
And that's where you turned and you went on your way towards Perry County, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Through Parsons.
Through Parsons, yes. And then, but it's when you got to the Five Forks corner that you stopped and made a telephone call, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because even though you had seen nothing and you had heard nothing, you were still so disturbed by the screaming that you wanted to let your mother know about it.
Yeah, it didn't seem right.
And so you called your mother and asked her to call Karen Bobo.
Yes, ma'am.
And you used a cell phone that morning to make that call.
Yeah.
And are you aware that that call was made at 7:47?
I didn't know what time it was.
If your cell phone records show that it was made at 7:47, would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
Because I think initially, at some point, you said that you had heard that screaming sometime between 7:40 and 7:45 was when you heard the initial screams.
I was outside at the time. I don't know exactly what time it was. I went outside about 7:15 to start loading up. I mean,
Okay.
the best I can do is give you a guess of what time it was.
Sure.
I mean,
Because you weren't wearing a watch, you weren't keeping
No.
track of time. Okay. And at some point later that morning, your mother called you and told you to return home.
well, actually, I had numerous messages from her and the DBI and several others indicating that I had to come home for questioning.
Okay. And so you left and you came back to your house.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you said you heard somebody yelling, stop, stop, don't. But at some point, you even acknowledged that you had heard the person yelling, stop, God damn it, stop it. Do you remember that?
When it started escalating towards the end, yes.
So there were actually some curse words that were coming out.
One.
Okay. And so eventually you were questioned multiple times by the TBI and the FBI over this incident, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point, you became a prime suspect in this matter, didn't
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
And one of the reasons that they didn't believe
Wow.
you is because they thought that you
Wow.
I'm going to object about how can he possibly know why
Why
they.
they didn't believe you, improper question and
Well-
objection sustained.
Okay.
Wow, no good deed goes unpunished.
We know this.
I guess we do. We know
We
that.
know this.
And the man seemed to all too well understand that. Like the prosecutor's like, well, how's he know he's a prime main suspect? Well, he seemed to think he was a prime main suspect.
I mean, I think if you're a suspect and you're high in the list, you're going to get the fucking vibe
Yeah.
in terms of how the questioning goes. It's a weird.
Whatever, it's been said, but my whole point was just you know how that goes. No good deed goes unpunished.
Was there an issue that they questioned about your testimony or your version of the story?
And I'm going to object to hearsay if she's asking what a TBI agent questioned him about.
The questions, I think, are
Objection
specific.
sustained.
They're excluded by the hearsay rule.
Objection abstained. Sustained.
So,
Pause it a second. That was the defense attorney that said they're excluded by. It sounded like her voice that said they're excluded by the hearsay rule. Does she mean they're excluded as hearsay? I think that's maybe what she meant. They're non-hearsay under the hearsay rule.
Yeah. Do you have any faith that this judge understands the rules of evidence?
Nah, but
I
I
don't.
also don't know under what rule of evidence, effect on the listener, but that
Excuse me.
what the effect it had on him is not relevant. They're trying to get it in for the purpose of exactly what they said and they thought. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine a non-hearsay purpose for it anyway.
If it helps you any, I don't know why.
what?
I said if it helps you any, I don't know why anyway.
Okay. Okay.
You can ask 4 different ways.
But
Why he
you
was
were brought in, and actually at some point you were questioned for hours
Several times.
Several times in a small room.
Yes, ma'am.
And the TBI and the FBI continually came to your house and to your mother's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember that dogs that day you were tracking Holly sent over to your house?
With my dogs?
No, other tracking dogs
Oh, yes,
followed
ma'am.
sent to your house that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When the whole time you were not involved in the disappearance of Holly Bobo, were you?
No, ma'am.
And you were simply trying to be a good Samaritan by calling the neighbor, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you heard someone that you thought sounded like they were in trouble and you were trying to help them, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. The TBI would eventually had you write out a statement, didn't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In this statement, you wrote, "My name is James Barnes. I provided a
I'm
written."
going to object. That's not an improper way to ask a question. We don't read statements.
Unless it's prior inconsistent or something like that, it's not used.
Well, I can ask him if these statements are true. I'd like to ask you if these things are true.
All right, then don't go with the statement. Just ask him if it's true.
Yes.
I'd already had to sign something to that effect,
Okay.
saying that my statement was true under penalty of law.
Wait.
The
If
witness,
there's an objection, you need to just hold on for a minute, okay? Because I might not allow the question, I might, okay?
sorry.
Thank you.
what I was going to say is she said she wanted to know if these things are true. She can ask him any question. If he answers inconsistently,
That's what I just said, okay? Let's move on.
Right. He just said that, counsel.
You recognize the scream that morning as being that of a young girl.
Yes, ma'am.
You had met Holly before.
Yes, ma'am.
You recognized it as what you thought was Holly's voice.
Yes, ma'am.
You were outside by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Cassie Bates was still inside.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mother, Kathy Wise, was at home also.
No, she wasn't home at the time.
She was in her home.
No.
So your mother, Cassie Bates, your mother, Kathy Wise, you're now saying she was not at home?
I don't think she was at home.
Where do you think now she was?
I think she had went to town for something.
Okay.
If she had been home, she'd have been out there helping me load up tools. I know her.
Now, she didn't live in town, did she?
No.
Okay. She lived on the property?
Between there and her new place in Lawrenceburg.
Okay. Okay. When she lived on the property, did she live in the barn behind your house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'd like to ask about a prior inconsistent statement, Your Honor.
Hey, all right. Does it follow what you just asked him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may.
So when you made your written statement, didn't you in fact say that my mother, Kathy Wise, was in her home, the barn behind my house?
I don't know what I put in the written statement. That was 6 years ago, but if she was home and I said she was in there, then she may have been, but I don't recall her being home.
Okay, so now it's just a fuzzy memory for you.
That's what 7 years does.
Yes. And just in case not everybody knows, Perry County is east of Parsons, Tennessee, isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am. The next county over.
Towards the Tennessee River.
Yes.
What was she trying to?
Do you remember what your telephone number was at the time?
No.
What was she trying to get at? Is she trying to make him look like he might have been involved?
I don't know.
I'm like,
I was wondering the same thing. It's kind of, it's misguided.
yeah, she's lost the plot.
She has lost the plot, and like this motherfucker needs to sit up. Like, what is this
Right.
thing he's doing? Why is he
I was
doing this
wondering,
shit?
Is he physically impaired?
What's up, motherfucker? What's up? I mean, sit the fuck up.
He might be physically impaired, babe.
He walked into the courtroom. Maybe he's
And
got a
then he
bad
just
back,
looks like this. Yeah, maybe he's got a bad
or
back.
maybe he's just trying to be like eye level to the mic. I don't know.
At some point, things grew very uncomfortable between your family and the Bobo family, didn't they?
Yes.
And it grew uncomfortable between your mother
Yeah,
and the Bobo
right.
family, didn't it?
Yes.
Do you still live on that property?
Yes.
Did your mother live there anymore?
No.
Yeah, Dana is referring to defense counsel here. He said, I've interviewed Jennifer several times. I took her to hearings on her own IAC, which is a complaint, I'm assuming. And I think she's a great person. I think she was overwhelmed and beat down by the time this trial happened. Yeah, I was just saying last night or whenever we did maybe it was yesterday, I have a lot of respect for her. Because, I mean, most defense attorneys, and I was saying this the other day again, but, we'll fall on the sword for our clients, especially in post-conviction stuff and appeal. I'm going to do whatever's in the best interest of my client. But to the extent that she went into the struggles that she was having mentally and emotionally leading up to this trial, in terms of the potential impact on the rest of her practice moving forward, was impressive. Like I had a lot of respect for her doing that, because she was pretty blunt. She was pretty blunt, and I think that I see. Thanks. Yeah.
I wanted to ask though, so right there, when she says you guys have had some issues with the Bobo family, there was no foundation laid for time frame. Now, are these issues that predated this? Are these issues because they were mad that this guy could have gone over there sooner, that he should have done something like, but maybe she's about to flesh it out so that I understand, but a foundational objection there to, I don't know what period of time she's speaking of.
So what do you mean ineffective assistance hearings? What does that mean?
It sounds like that she got some
Well,
ineffective
well, through a disciplinary complaint, or like, I don't.
No, post conviction, she's saying.
Oh, in the PCR hearings. Okay, that was the part that was missing for me. I was immediately thinking that it was.
I did too, even though you wouldn't call it ineffective assistance of counsel.
Right. Well, no, I didn't know if that was
my mind did the same.
Yeah, I think if it was the disciplinary committee. All right, that makes more sense.
And you said earlier she'd moved to Lawrence County.
She was in the process of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure what part of the process she was at that time. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a long time ago.
Okay.
Well, you can sit up.
If I can have one.
Sit up. Look at that. Good boy. That's some respect. Sorry, no, I'm picking on him. Shoulders back, chest up.
For a year, the TBI continually. Would it be accurate to say that for over a year, the TBI continually came around your house to attempt to get you to confess?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions.
Anything else for the direct? Okay.
Would it also be accurate to say that you didn't
See, now that ties it up a bit.
Yeah, it lets us know for sure she was trying to make him look like a possible third-party suspect.
Well, but I think that her bigger point was that TBI was out there trying to fucking get everybody to confess to this thing.
You're right. That is
namely her client
and anyone and everyone,
and his
You're
brother
right.
and his friend.
have anything to do with it.
Yes, ma'am.
One last question about the series of questions about how you perceived the screams. They were frightening enough to you that when you heard them or when it stopped, you actually got a cold chill.
Oh yeah, my hair stood up everywhere, and I looked around, and every one of my dogs, they were on the ground, their ears were up, and Cassie walked outside right then, and I just told her, I screamed at her, I said, "Get the truck now!" And she thought she'd done something wrong or something.
It was that.
But we got down there within about 45 seconds.
It was that impactful to you, though.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all, Your Honor.
Anything else? All right. You can step down, Mr. Barnes. You're free to excuse me. You might have important. Call your name.
Oh, he also might be injured. Looks like he's walking funny.
Karen Bobo.
Karen Bobo. Oh, she's here. I forgot she's up there.
Well, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but Jennifer had co-counsel. I think that's sitting there. But I think one of the problems is that they were at odds and that they weren't really working well together, is what I gathered from the PCR, from the hearings. And it just sounded like, because you can know the facts of your case forward and backwards, but still not be prepared mentally to go forward in trial.
I think that that's clearly what was established at the post-conviction petition hearing. I mean, the prosecution went to great lengths to commend. What did we call it? Was it yesterday?
The Criminal Defense Attorney Hall of Fame.
Right,
Yeah.
to get her in there. So she knew the facts back and forth, which is why they wanted to, which the defense was using to show, and she did not know they had this recording of the ATM, but at the same time, she was not mentally prepared to, or not in the right mental state to proceed to trial at the time that she did.
Yeah, and like Dana's saying here that she was assisted by Jerry Gonzalez and Jim Simmons, and that Gonzalez said that Jennifer did not even try to read him in on the case fully, and then Simmons threw her under the bus aggressively in his motion to withdraw. So, I mean, so you've got this situation where in like somebody put in the chat, to try a case like this without a team is impossible. It's fucking impossible. There's just too much. You cannot do it by yourself.
Right, and
I
lawyers not
felt that
working
she
together.
felt like she was working by herself. And on top of that, she just felt like everybody from the state and including the judge was just hammering her. Like, so whether it was perceived or whether it was real or whether it was both doesn't really matter in terms of her mental state.
I think, me personally, I think that everybody thought they were guilty, and everybody thought that it was ridiculous that she was pushing to take this case to trial and acting like he was innocent.
Right.
And everyone had an issue with it, including her own team. Now, this is based off of the very little I know. So, Dana, maybe you can let us know if our perception
so the way that I like to think of it, babe, is imagine if you were trying Garcia alone, or that you had like local counsel and that was it. And they were coming at you the way they came at you because they were fully expecting an Omaha attorney to handle that case, and they thought they were going to mail it in.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question. Like, when we came on board on that case, I mean, just imagine that, though. Like, it would have been the same shit. Them filing motions against you saying that you're fucking harassing material witnesses, and you had nobody to, like, lean back on. Just trying to handle that shit all on your own.
Yeah, I would have sucked it up and powered through.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt about that. But in terms of like how effective you could have been, like under those circumstances, I just think it's hard for any.
But I've also had a trial where I was having a lot of stuff going on personally in life that I worried was affecting my mental state. Luckily, I figured it out. But
yeah.
Raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated and state your name for the record and spell first and last.
Karen Bobo, Karenbobo.
Let me say, come up here just a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're updating me.
Just read. Earlier, you were in court, present in court earlier when Dana Bobo testified,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's your husband.
It is.
How long ago were you married?
35 years.
You have two children together,
2 children, Clint and Holly.
and Holly's date of birth.
10/12/90.
And the whole time that she was alive, where did you live?
They're just
And
blocking.
we also want to ask you to speak up. That was hard. I want everybody over here to do it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Had Holly ever moved out of the house, or did she, once she graduated from high school and started college, did she stay in your house?
Yes, she'd always stayed in our house. She never moved out.
There's been some mention today about her being in a nursing program. So let me ask you, when did she graduate from high school?
She graduated in 2009.
Did she go to college first?
She did. She actually took a couple classes in high school, college classes, and then after graduating high school, she went to college for a year.
Where did she go?
Jackson State, Lexington campus.
And after that year, did she transfer to a different program?
She did. It was a bridging program, a 12-month program that bridged into the RN program, and they were a handpicked, I believe, 25 and they called and asked her if she would be in that program.
Okay, and where did she take classes after her first year at Jackson?
The nursing class was at UT Martin Parsons campus,
And how far away from your home was this UT Martin Parsons?
about 6 miles.
Was it a rigorous program?
Very rigorous.
How many days a week did Holly go to school?
Holly went to school 4 days a week. She was off on Friday.
How did she spend her Fridays?
She spent her Fridays house cleaning. She would usually get up pretty early, clean the house so she could have the afternoon to do something else.
What were Dana's hours back in that time?
To the best of my memory, he probably left home around 5:30 and got home around 5:30 or 6 in the afternoon.
And he was working for McKinsey Tree Service?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about you? How did you spend your days?
I spent my day teaching second grade at Scottsdale Elementary School. I usually tried, my goal was always to leave by 7 o'clock, and I got home around 3:30 every day.
And what about Clint?
Clint was working part-time and going to school at UT Martin in Martin 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Your husband said he was a social worker. Was he already a social worker at that time?
No, ma'am. He was working at the nursing home.
Studying to be what?
Studying to be a social worker.
So is it fair to say that during the day, Monday through Friday, except when Holly was off on Fridays, generally, was everybody gone?
Yes, ma'am.
Who left first most days, Holly or Clint?
Most days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Clint left early, like at 6 o'clock. I think his first class was at 8 at Martin. And then on Monday and Wednesday, I believe Holly left first.
And this routine, this family life, is that pretty, did it just repeat itself week after week? You guys
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
work, Holly going to school, Clint doing both?
Yes, ma'am. Very routine.
You saw me put a picture of a young lady up on the overhead earlier. Who is that?
That's my daughter, Holly.
No. I want to draw your attention April 13th, 2011, okay? And ask, do you remember what day of the week that was?
Wednesday.
And was that Wednesday very much like every other Wednesday in your household?
It was.
Do you remember if Holly had anything special going on in school?
When I got up that morning, Holly's door was closed. Clint's door was open. So I closed his door. He snores, plus he had a surround sound. I think the television was on in the surround sound, so I closed his door and opened hers. And she was sitting on the bed studying. I think she told me she'd been up since 4:30 that morning studying. So I went on about my business, getting ready. And then later, I packed her lunch, and then she asked me to get her some muffins.
Let me stop you here.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, this conversation that you had with her when she was sitting on her bed, did she see herself?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything was normal.
Everything was good.
Then you said she was studying for a test?
She was. They had a test just about every day, but depending on what they were studying as to how much she had to study extra. So it must have been something pretty hard.
Because she was already up.
Because she was already up.
Okay, you said you went on about your business. At some point, did Holly leave her bedroom and go somewhere else in the house?
She did. She left her bedroom and evidently had taken a shower and put her clothes on.
Why do you say that?
Because when I left, she was sitting at the dining room table studying. And she asked me, could I grab her some muffins, because I usually fixed muffins every other morning. And I remember telling her yes, and I got them out of the refrigerator and put them in the microwave. And I said, just heat them up. I'm in a hurry, got to go.
You said you made her lunch. What you did with that?
I think I stuck it back in the refrigerator. That's what I did every morning. I made her lunch and then stuck it back in the fridge.
And did you notice or see lunch/gas money that had been left somewhere in the kitchen by your husband?
Yes, at some point in time, I picked up the $20 bill. And I guess Holly must have been in the shower, because I went into her bedroom and I was afraid she would forget it, because that's just how I was, always doing everything, making sure nobody forgot anything. So I took the money and I actually put it in her wallet, in her purse.
And did you tell her goodbye?
I did. Told her goodbye and I loved her.
Where was she when you told her that?
She was sitting at the dining room table studying.
Do you remember what time you left for work?
Around 7.
And when you left, what door did you go out of?
I went out the back door, the door I always used.
Now, there have been some pictures of the attached carport. Did you see those pictures today?
I did.
Is that the area that you parked your car in?
Yes, ma'am.
If we are standing outside of the carport looking at the cars, who parked where?
Holly parked on this side.
left or right? If we're looking at the rear of the cars.
If you're looking at the rear of the cars, hers would be on the left and mine would be on the right. So I had to walk past her car to get to my car.
Is your car there?
Her car was there.
Everything seemed normal in your garage or in your carport?
Yes.
Did you see or hear anything that concerns you?
No.
So you said you left approximately 7. When you got there, how long did it take you to get to school?
It takes me about 25 minutes.
Did you do anything special while you were in the car driving?
I talked to a friend of mine, Tina Cruz, on the phone.
And frankly, was that something you did nearly every day?
Yes. She had a long drive. I had a long drive. So we usually talked every morning on the way to school.
And did any texts or any calls come in while you were talking to Tina that interrupted that conversation?
Yes, Holly tried to call me.
Did you hang up with Tina or did you not pick up with Holly?
I can't remember if I waited till I got to school to call Holly and pulled in the parking lot, or if I let Tina go and talk to Holly then.
But you talked to Holly on the phone after you left your house about the time you were getting to school?
Yes.
Okay. Did you talk to Holly once or more than once?
More than once.
And what in the world were you talking about since she had a test and it's time for you to go to work?
Well, she told me that she had spoken with Drew. She had talked to Drew on the phone, and that he was on my mom's property turkey hunting, and he had run into my cousin's son, and that he had questioned him and wanted to know who gave him permission to hunt.
Who was that?
So he had permission to hunt, right?
He did. It was
Wait, she said that Holly called her and said someone was
Where's
on
your
the
picture?
property.
Where's your video?
There's stuff going on over here.
Oh. So wait, what was your question?
I didn't get it. Holly said that somebody was turkey hunting on their property there, because I don't know why I thought it was something about.
It's kind of a blanket, to let Tina go and talk to Holly then.
But you talked to Holly on the phone after you left your house about the time you were getting to school?
Yes.
Okay. Did you talk to Holly once or more than once?
More than once.
And what in the world were you talking about since she had a test and it's time for you to go to work?
Well, she told me that she had spoken with Drew. She had talked to Drew on the phone, and that he was on my mom's property turkey hunting, and he had run into my cousin's son, and that they had questioned him and wanted to know who gave him permission to hunt.
So he had permission to hunt, right?
He did. It was just kind of a blanket permission.
So based on that conversation, did you make some other calls, reach out, call your mother, do that kind of thing?
Yes, I don't remember in which order, but I called Drew and asked him, was everything okay? And he told me that Bo had asked him about who gave him permission. He told him that Holly's grandmother, and told him that he was Holly's boyfriend. And then I called my mom and told her that Drew was over there hunting. And then I called Holly back and told her everything was okay.
And when you called her back to say everything was okay, did you know at that time whether she was still at home, or did you think she had left for school?
No, she was. I think she was still at home.
I mean, that's not, you didn't ask her.
I didn't ask her, no. But by the timing, I thought she was still at home.
So did all of these sort of back and forth calls with your mom and Holly and Drew, did that cause you to be a minute late to get into your classroom or to get into school?
Yes, it did. And we're not supposed to have our cell phones with us. So I left my phone in my room and I walked to the cafeteria where my students already were, and the other second grade teacher was watching both classes.
And so the other teacher had actually had to carry your kids to the cafeteria.
Yes.
Right. And you said you left your phone in your room.
Yes.
Your classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember about what time breakfast at Scotts Hill, is it elementary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Happened, like what time was that when you were in the cafeteria with the kids?
We usually went to breakfast, I think about 7:35 or 7:40, somewhere around there.
So they were already there and you walked in?
Yes.
Nevertheless, was it before 8?
Yes, ma'am.
Was your plan that you would be the one to take the kids back to the classroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do that?
No.
Tell the jury what happened.
I hadn't been in the cafeteria very long, and the secretary of the school came to the cafeteria, and she said that the neighbor had called and said she didn't want to alarm me, but she thought she heard screams coming from the house. So that's not a phone call that I got every day. I'd never gotten a phone call like that. So I almost instantly got into a panic at that point, walking pretty fast back to the school, because our cafeteria is outside the school. So I go back inside the building, and I went and used the phone, and I called.
Where did you go? Did you go back to the building? Where?
To the library.
Okay.
To the closest phone I could get to. which was normally would have been the office phone, but I must have looked over there and there were parents bringing their kids in, so that's why I used the library phone. But I called Clint and I asked my son Clint what's going on, and he said, "Did Holly not have school today?" And I said, "Yes, why?" And he said, "Well, I think she's out here with Drew." And I don't know what made me say it. This instant panic came over me, and I said, "That's not Drew. Call all the neighbors," I think is what I said. And then I ran over to the office and I called 911. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember they said it was Henderson County. We live in Decatur County, so I hung up. I think I fell on the floor at that point. And I guess I called Clint back, but I don't really remember now if it was from the library phone or the office phone. And he was still talking about, was Holly not going to school today when she turkey hunting with Drew? And I said, "That's not Drew." And at some point I said, "Get a gun and shoot him." And I remember Clint saying, "You want me to shoot Drew?" And then a friend of mine and co-worker, Terry Bromley, I think she pulled me up out of the floor and she was pulling me to her. We were trying to get to her vehicle, and as soon as we got to her vehicle, I called 911 again, and I got Decatur County that time.
So Terry Bromley is a friend and a co-worker?
Friend, co-worker, used to be Holly's basketball coach.
So somebody that had known Holly for...
Since she was in 6th grade, maybe.
You said Miss Bromley was pulling you towards where?
Toward the gym. She parked in front of the gym.
So she was going to take you?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in any shape to drive at that point?
No.
Did you have your cell phone?
I didn't.
Because
it was down in my room.
Did Terry start heading back towards your house?
Yes.
And you said 25 minutes if you're not speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
And you made another phone call. Whose phone did you use?
Terry's.
Who did you call?
I called 911 with her phone.
And you got somebody that time on the phone?
I did.
Ask you to look at a disc and see if you can tell us if you recognize it or not.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you recognize this disc as opposed to every other disc?
Because I initialed it.
What is it?
It's my 911 call.
You're under ask that we mark this as the next time we exhibit.
We are 17. Within evidence, exhibit 17.
I think you initialed it. Did you initial it after listening?
Yes, ma'am.
And does this truly reflect what you told the 911 operator on your way back home?
Yes, ma'am.
Permission to publish, Ron?
Yes.
It's devastating.
Somebody has my daughter.
Okay.
I just kidnapped her. 331 Drums the road. Please get there now.
They're on their way. Is that where you live?
Yes, I'm in school.
Okay, you live, Karen?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Somebody screaming. Hey, look out. Somebody in full camouflage got Holly.
Okay. Look, I got officers on the way right now. Okay, Karen?
Please help me.
They're on their way, sweetie, right now. This is Robert.
Robert, please get her. Please be out there.
They're on their way, sweetie. I got everybody on their way right now already.
Oh, my God.
Do we know? Say, can't see them? Are they in a vehicle? Okay. Okay. All right. I've got officers in there. I'm gonna let them know. Okay. Okay. They're on their way, sweetie. They're on their way right now. Okay, and this is going, hey, what's your daughter's name, Karen? Okay, this is daughter. Okay, and she's, what, 16, 17? Okay, she's 20. All right. 20-year-old female, blonde hair. Yeah, male, full camouflage. Drug her off with the woods. That's gonna be behind your house here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be right there, that's their house. Yeah. Okay, I got one away, everybody is on the way.
All right. What in the hell is the admissibility of this? Typically, we're listening to a 911 call where the defendant is calling 911. Oh, I found my wife,
Right, where they're trying to call bullshit on him.
Right. Like,
no, DB was making the same point. At this point in time in this trial, the guy sitting at that table is fucked.
Right.
We all felt that. We all felt that. You're not a human being if your heart's not absolutely breaking watching her mother sit there on the stand having to listen to the call of the worst moment of her life.
it's not even a present sense impression because she didn't observe anything.
It's
an excited utterance, but it still has no probative value.
There's no probative value.
Right.
None. She's on the stand testifying to what she said.
Right.
I mean, to compound it by just it's only got one effect, and that's
One goal.
the one goal is to again invoke the emotions from the jury. And the minute that they heard that and watched this poor tortured mother sitting on the stand, Zach Adams was fucking done. If it's even close in terms of did they meet their birth, they're going to convict them because you just can't overcome this type of emotion at a trial. When a young person, a child, a young woman has died, it's like that defendant sitting in that table, man, is done, which is going to go a long way to
I don't know
explain the shit show that we're about to see. Because this
Dana
thing is
still
going to pick
here?
up steam in terms of the nightmare that it becomes as soon as we get past the family. I'm assuming Clint's coming pretty short order.
Well,
I don't know. I haven't looked at the order of witnesses, but
if Dana's still here, and I don't know if he knows or if anyone knows, was there a pretrial motion in limine to exclude this 911 call? It has no probative value. A lot of times its value is talking about what they're seeing, what sounds in the background, or like we said, it's the defendant. So it's like their tone of voice and what they're saying. And,
yeah, is that what we're about to get? Because that's such a delicate balance. Like that's when you have to decide. Alice and I are leaning in, and I'm like, do we even question them? Like, what are we gaining by it?
No.
Well,
they didn't question the father.
It sounds like she's going to question. Like, it sounds like DB gave a bit of a spoiler alert. It sounds like, or are you saying? I confused Jennifer Thompson is this one. Jennifer Nichols is Zach's, right? I get the Jennifers confused. So
wait, no. Now that you're saying that, now I'm confused. I thought Nichols was Nichols for judge.
Nichols was the state, right?
No, I thought, this is Nichols. I remember last night we were talking about the website Nichols for judge.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so all right, we'll find out. It's heartbreaking though. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
So sad. It's so sad. I can't.
Did Terry drive you home?
Yes, she did.
When you got there, what was going on at the house?
I think I remember seeing two. I remember seeing Jeremy Pratt because I knew him. He went to church with us.
Who was that?
He was a police officer for Decatur County. And he told me I couldn't go around to the back of the house. I couldn't go in the woods. I remember just slinging him off on me, and I took off running. Terry and I both took off running. I do remember seeing Clint when I got there. I think he was standing out beside the cop car. I remember seeing Kathy Wise, my neighbor. And I remember her saying, "You can't go around to the back of the house." And I think I fell down then too.
As the morning wore on, did more people come?
More people came.
Did the law enforcement come?
They did.
You have any idea how many people are out there at your house, the yard, roads, woods?
I don't know.
At some point that day, were you asked to leave your house so that law enforcement could do some work there?
Sometime, I think it was around lunch, maybe.
Did y'all do that?
We did.
How long was it before you went back to the house?
Friday night. That was on Wednesday. And we went back and got some clothes. Maybe the next day. We didn't stay at our house again until late that Friday night.
You said you took off running through the woods with Terry. What were you doing? What were you trying to do?
I was just trying to find Holly.
And is that what you devoted yourself to from that moment forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Over the next days and weeks, did your life change dramatically from what it was when you got up that Wednesday morning?
It did. It went from just a average family, very routine, to it was day and night, and that's about it. We didn't keep up with the time. We were just looking for Holly, and our house was full of people once we got back home. And then I started keeping notebooks and keeping notes, and we'd turn all the tips and leads in, but then we'd also follow up on them too. And we went to people's homes, questioning them, and then the people weren't home, and we thought a building looked abandoned or something. We'd just go in, and we were just constantly searching day and night.
Not just you though, right?
No, it was
A lot of people.
a lot of people. I don't think my sister or some of my teacher friends went back to school the rest of that year. And then we searched all summer, and then I didn't go to work. I didn't go back that whole next year.
You said you didn't go back to work?
No, I didn't. And my mom moved in with us and lived with us because I wasn't capable of taking care of myself, basically.
I'm gonna pass you a stack of 8 pictures. Keep them in this order and look at them and tell me when you're finished, okay? Do you recognize what is in each of those pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
What do they show?
They show the inside of our house.
Just parts of the inside of your house or all of it?
No, just parts of it.
Your Honor, I'm gonna ask that those be marked as the next numbered exhibits.
18 through, what's 8?
Where do we leave off? 18, 26.
18 through 26, okay.
We can begin with number. And begin with number 18. I want you to look over your left shoulder. Maybe two bites of the left seat.
No, but they're out in the hallway. I told her yesterday that food marked for week. Look at this.
Looking at, while they're fixing the lights, looking at what's been marked as exhibit 18. What is the jury looking at right in this room?
That's our living room.
And this door?
That's our front door.
All right, so if you come in the front door, you walk directly into the living room?
Yes.
What is this open door in the rear?
That's
Or the left?
mine and Dana's bedroom.
On the other side of this wall is what? If you were to go around,
That's our bedroom and then bathroom and closet.
where is the carport in relation to this room?
At the back, going that way, the back of the living room.
Okay. Next one, please. Is exhibit 19 the same room but from a different angle?
That's the same room. That's our front door.
I had this right here.
That there were side lights on each side of the door.
You're saying the word side lights?
Side lights.
And was this structure on both sides?
Yes.
You could stand on the inside and see outside
Yes.
without opening the door?
Yes.
And what is this room down here?
And that's our den.
Okay. Again, is this the front?
Yes.
Same front door? On
Yes.
different side light?
Yes.
What's through this door?
That's where you walk into the kitchen, then dining room, then the other bathroom, and Clinton Holly's bedrooms.
Next one. This doorway, whose room are we looking into?
That's Holly's bedroom.
And is this the view you have from standing in the hall?
Right when you walk through the door.
Okay. Next one. What is this?
That's her bed.
What are these and what's this?
That's where she had her pillows up against the wall studying that morning. And that's her comforter and her cowboy hat.
And is this the way her bedding and room looked when you last saw her sitting there?
Yes.
Before she moved to the kitchen table?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You mentioned bathroom.
That would be the bathroom that Clinton Holly used. And if you come out of the bathroom, you can see into Holly's bedroom.
This door frame right here,
Yes.
looking into Holly's.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is this?
And that's the dirty clothes hamper beside the vanity in Clinton Holly's bathroom.
Who pretty routinely left her hairdryer there on top of the dirty clothes?
That would be Holly.
And is this the way, I guess, what this looked like to the right of the vanity? Is this where she actually put her dirty clothes?
Yes.
And the last one. You didn't put that yellow placard there, did you?
No, I did not.
Were you asked, but nevertheless, this is the same dirty clothes basket?
Yes, that's the same one. That's Holly's jeans, and that's that pink. That's her t-shirt.
All right. Would you turn the lights back up? Were you asked to retrieve something? Were you asked to retrieve something out of Holly's belongings or out of the dirty clothes basket? By law enforcement?
Yes.
What were you asked to find?
They asked me to. I think they asked me to get a pair of her panties.
And did you find a pair of her panties?
Yes, I did.
Out of that basket?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you provide those to law enforcement?
I did.
I'm looking for gloves. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm going to pass forward the bag and gloves. If you don't have to take them out, you don't have to. But look in there and tell me if you recognize.
Those are Holly's panties?
Are those the panties that you provided to law enforcement?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, ask this to be marked as the next numbered exhibit.
No objection, exhibit 27.
Yeah, I have no idea why the state is getting this evidence in through mom. No clue. This is completely unnecessary. All they have to do, whatever cop took those pictures, the crimes, that's who you bring this shit in through. This is ridiculous. I don't understand this at all. I don't understand it.
Is it 26 or 27?
It's 26.
It's 26.
Somebody added.
I probably said it.
Somebody told me
I think I did.
8 plus 18 would be 26, but if it starts with 18, it's actually 25, so this is 26.
Yeah, that's some good math there, Judge.
That particular item of clothing from Holly.
I did not.
They just asked for it and then you turned it up to them.
I did.
I asked you a few minutes ago what door you left when going to work that time.
The back door.
If you walk out your back door, are there any steps down to the carport or is it smooth?
You walk out onto the back deck, and then directly to your left as you're going out, you'll go down 2 steps into the carport.
To get to your car, how did you get to your car? What did you pass by?
I passed by Holly's car.
And in passing to get to Holly's car, did you go down those steps?
I went down those steps in front of her car, around to my car.
I'm gonna pass forward 2 photographs. Do you recognize the steps concrete in the front of a car?
I do.
In fact, the front of one of the cars is a license plate tag that you recognize.
Yes.
And what are these pictures of? Whose house, whose carport?
That's ours.
And are these steps that you walked down to get to your car on April the 13th?
Yes.
Ask if you mark the next numbered exhibit, Your Honor.
And did you wish to publish the last 2 or not?
I would have published.
2728 didn't be published.
Yeah, we gotta get it. Let me get a sticker on it first.
Right.
And then yes, sir.
2728.
Placing exhibit 27 on the overhead.
Bloop. Well, now it's
Here,
too late.
you went down the steps that morning.
That blow is not there.
And you walked, are these the steps you talked about?
Those are the steps, but that blow is not there. But I did see it later that day.
That what is not there?
This is directly how you walked?
Yes,
Wait,
ma'am.
pause it.
I would have seen that blood. It was not there.
Oh. All of a sudden it got quiet. That blood. Sorry.
I wish they'd move that goddamn speaker.
Next exhibit, please. So this is the way you came out the back door, walked down the steps, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Steps down. What about these drops?
They weren't there.
Can't hear you.
They weren't there.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
You said that over the next weeks and months, you didn't go back to school, you just sort of did a lot of searching and following up on leads, is that right?
Yes.
Did you actually look in abandoned buildings and get structures that weren't abandoned, just whatever you could look, you looked?
Yes.
Was your number, your cell number, like out there in the public? And had it been,
Yes. I think I even had it put on a card at some point in time
so that people could call you?
so that people could call.
And at some point, did you get a call from a young lady that identified herself as Adnisha Fracture?
Yes, I did.
Can you describe that phone call to the jury?
She called me and she said, I think I have this is Holly's, I'm not sure exactly what she said, but I think she said, is this Holly's mom? And I said, yes. And she said she had Holly's SIM card. And so I told Dana and Clint, and they agreed to go meet her.
Okay, let me ask you this. When you got that, did you actually think that somebody did have her SIM card?
I did, but Dana didn't.
And so did Dana go someplace to meet this woman who had called, or this young lady that had called?
Yes, him and Clint went, and
They returned with something.
they did. And while they was gone, I called. I don't remember if I called the TBI or the local law enforcement and told them about it.
And did law enforcement come to your house?
They did. They came and got the SIM card that night.
So you sort of answered my next question. Did they bring the SIM card back?
Yes, they did.
And then you turned it over to law enforcement that night?
Yes.
Did you put it in a phone or check it out to see if it was hers or not?
No.
You just turned it over?
Yes.
Did you, in the course of, I guess, trying to help law enforcement look for Holly, did you even provide them a list of things that were in her purse?
I did.
How did you know what was in her purse?
Because I'd put the money in her purse that morning, and I knew what was in her purse because her wallet, she and I bought when we went to Maurice's together, and her purse. I'm sure I probably bought the pencil bag, or we'd gotten it together because Holly, she never wanted to go. She hated to shop. So usually if she shopped, we went together. I'd just pick up something and it was fine with her.
So were you able to give law enforcement a whole list of things that they should be on the lookout for that would have been in her purse?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also describe for them what she was wearing that morning, since you saw her studying at the kitchen table?
Yes, I did.
And what was she wearing?
She was wearing a pair of jeans and a girly girl t-shirt.
What does that mean?
That said name brand, and in the back of it said, I think it said, "Don't squat with your spurs on." And then I didn't know what kind of shoes she was wearing because she didn't have her shoes on. But when I went to her closet, I was able to tell them by what pair was missing. And I didn't, of course, see her in her bra and panties, but I was also able to tell them what bra and panties was missing because I did most of the laundry, even though Holly house cleaned, she didn't do much laundry.
And what kind of shoes did you tell law enforcement that Holly was wearing?
A pair of black Old Navy flip-flops.
So,
and we had actually talked about that.
I mean, in my opinion, like you got to pick your poison, you know, like ultimately objecting to the relevance of this testimony. You might win the objection, but you're going to lose the jury. Like we don't have anything to gain. Like this isn't an appellate issue you're winning on.
Right.
So in terms of having the mother of the victim on the stand, you're given a wide berth, and it sounds like the defense is going to cross her, which I think is a fucking horrific mistake. Like I can't think of anything that I'm gaining from cross-examining her.
Well,
Like,
we don't know
even
yet if there's something, but if there is, you've got to do it with great
gloves. Yeah.
Yes, you've got to tiptoe like you've never tiptoed. Eggshells like you never shimmied around eggshells.
Yeah, I mean the 911 is a different objection, but I have a feeling that if anybody was doing their job, that the 911 call was litigated in a motion in limine prior to trial. I mean, you can renew the objection. Again, she should have, if there was some kind of motion that was filed ahead of time, because yeah, it's cumulative, and it's all it does is inflame the jury. That's all it does. That 911 call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know,
zero probative value from a non-witness just calling to say someone has, you know, like I can see in no world where any rational judge would find that to be relevant and or probative to be admitted at trial in this situation.
Neither.
Oh, sorry, I just clicked. You highlighted something. I didn't mean to click it off.
Oh, I think Katie had made a comment here.
That morning, because she had, not that she was going to wear flip-flops, but she had asked me what the weather was going to be. I said, I think it's kind of going to be cool this morning, but hot in the afternoon.
and that was during the time when she was studying for her test?
Yes.
Do you remember today what kind of test it was or what she had to turn in that day?
No, I don't.
Once you look at one document.
Are we getting her test in right now?
And ask if you recognize it.
I do.
What is that?
That's her, where she had to study for her names of different drugs, I think, but that is definitely her handwriting.
Is there a date on the paper?
4/13/11.
Oh, they found that by her body.
Your Honor, ask this be marked the next time we consider it.
I'm assuming that that's something they found near the body, and that's why that's getting it, just like the ring.
If we can publish that.
We're not going to see more starch around.
You said, while we're doing that, you said she had been working on some med cards for different drugs. This says drug card rate sheet, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose writing is this?
That's Holly's writing.
And what's the date?
4/13/2011.
That's the last morning you saw it.
That is.
You said you,
Please inform the jury, if you go to deliberations, you'll have all these physical exhibits. So, I mean, if you can't see this clearly as you like, you'll actually have the exhibit up there.
did you pack your lunch that day?
I did.
What her lunchbox look like?
That's what I figured.
Remember, it had polka dots on it, and it had,
All right, I want to know the answer to that question. That's a fucking critical question.
What?
Whether or not the $20 that her mother put in her purse was still there. And I'm getting conflicting answers from everybody.
Well, let's wait till misdemeanor answers.
Well, I mean, we're getting conflicting. Because to me, if the 20's gone,
Trial and error.
If the 20's there, it's completely exculpatory to a meth addict.
Trial and all right. They said they're going to double check. I don't know who's
Okay.
speaking under this profile, but
It had her initials.
That's Katie.
It has a sat nav to look at the contents of the site. You can pull it out.
Super critical fact.
That's her Holly Bobo is.
Anybody who's always looking for that next hit, they're never passing up a $20 bill.
right. If it's there, it's significant. If it's not there, it's not very significant because anyone's going to steal it. But
Right.
if it's there, that does not scream drug addicts.
It in my world, it further exculpates Zach.
Any drug addict.
I want you to unzip it.
Yeah, well, that's sure.
What are they having her take out of
Sound
evidence
made
bag
for
right now?
I don't know. They're fucking torturing this poor woman. Oh my God.
I've never, ever
They have her
seen anything
like
like this.
taking the things out of her fucking purse.
Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Oh
It's
my
her
God.
lunchbox. It's her
Oh my
lunchbox,
God.
Jared says.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What is this woman doing?
How disgusting. How disgraceful. I can't imagine how this witch runs her courtroom. Like
I'm
they're having her
shocked.
pull it from the purse.
I am shocked, man. This is beyond.
And not only that, guys, thinking of it, putting on just your lawyer hat and taking your, protect the mom hat off. This is so prejudicial. This is so prejudicial. It is doing nothing but invoking extreme, reasonable, right, emotion from the mom. But this is coordinated drama by the
100%.
prosecution.
This is
Mom's
what a
true
prosecutor
emotional
that has
feelings.
no evidence does. This is
Right.
what they do. When you have no evidence in a case, this is the kind of shit that you pull if you're the prosecution. There's no other. If they had powerful evidence against Zach Adams, I guarantee you. I see that you're saying it's getting worse. I guarantee you, if they had any evidence against him other than Jason Autry's testimony, that this shit's not happening.
I'm sorry. At this point, I am interrupting, asking for a sidebar, asking them to release the jury right now before this gets out of hand and that you guys need to discuss it.
100%. This has to be objected to.
Oh my God.
It's like the 911 call was bad enough, but this
Right. It gets
this
so many times where you're
gut-wrenching
like,
shit.
all right, now I have to say something.
I mean, you're not protecting your client if you don't object. This is so inflammatory. It's unbelievable. Like, Zach was done after the 911 call.
I mean, at this point, they might as well have her bring the remains in and identify them in front of the jury.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Is that her lunch?
Yes, ma'am.
You left that morning. That was in the refrigerator.
So when the case gets conviction, this woman doesn't give a fuck that she's re-traumatizing.
Your Honor, I'm not
Karen
gonna pass
Bobo.
it. May I have permission just to hold it up?
Yes.
I cannot remember a prosecuting attorney that I've despised more than this woman in anything that I've covered. I mean, I'll always, Don Klein, the prosecutor in Garcia, he'll always win. But like in terms of stuff that we've covered, I've never seen anybody this repugnant.
Well, I guess they don't plan on, I guess they wiped all this stuff for fingerprints already.
It's unbelievable.
Just having the mom just touch all the evidence. open up the bag. Oh, how many people? I've never, just because I've just never seen anything like this. What in the name of all that is?
Yeah, I didn't hate her as much as her though.
That woman did some shit in the Banfield trial. That was something.
But law enforcement, the list of things that Holly had with her in her purse, if her purse was with her, right?
Yes.
You felt pretty comfortable that you would, with the items or what you told them that she had, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And typically they show a photograph to the witness that they have already,
Yeah. I'll show you one more item. What is this?
It looks like her purse.
Is that her purse? The straps are gone, do you recognize that as being? Ask if he marked as the next number.
In the evidence, it's exhibit 31.
Your Honor, I'm sorry that I'm tired. I know it's very emotional, but it's hard.
You might have to be a little closer to the mic.
That is her purse. It's very hard to look at all that stuff off. Tattered and torn. Because it didn't look like that morning. But that's her purse.
Did you tell TBI that there would be a camera in her purse?
I did.
Do you recognize this?
And that's her camera.
Next number to exhibit.
32.
Holly's car was still there though, right? At your house? You got back?
Yes, I was.
But did you tell TBI that she had keys? She had a key ring in her purse.
Yes, she did.
Did you describe for them, or can you describe what her
It
she
was
looked like?
it was a big H and it had like rhinestones. And the browning symbol.
And the what symbol?
The browning, like she had on the back of her car, the pink browning symbol and the H. That's her keys.
Those are her key?
Yes, ma'am.
Permission just to hold it up, Your Honor?
Yes.
No, not normal.
all right. Why do they need-
I've never seen this before, ever.
No, typically it would be photographs,
And it would be brought in through cops.
Well, but I can understand them wanting the mom to identify that this is hers,
Oh, you mean the keys themselves and the purse and the lunchbox? Yeah, but like you said, that can be done with pictures.
Correct.
I've never seen them pull evidence out.
Open
I've
up
never
lunchbox.
seen
Never.
a victim's family handle evidence in a case.
Never.
Ever. Like, this is some fucking carny, fucking like snake oil salesman bullshit. Like, this reeks of desperation. Yeah, like there should have been. If this wasn't litigated pre-trial,
And what's
now,
ridiculous?
I don't know if Karen knew. Like, meaning that they were going to say, okay, if Jennifer said, well, when I put you on the stand, I want to prepare you mentally. I'm going to be handing you her belongings, and I'm going to have you digging through them. So just prepare yourself. I don't know.
And answer me this, Bob. What now? But it's not a murder weapon. It's not anything, identifiable of the defendant. Why is she showing this adorable rhinestone key chain to every one of the jurors?
I have no idea.
Why is that such an important piece of evidence? Yes, it's important to know it's hers and where it was located, but what is completely, like, no one needs to see it up close and personal just to see, like, how adorable and sweet it is, of a precious little girl's precious little rhinestone keychain.
I mean, there's no relevance to it at all. Even if this evidence was found in, various places, whether it's in proximity to the body or whether it's some of the stuff that was strewn about, because shit was found all over the place, but it doesn't go to the question.
Right. As far as showing it to, like, holding it up and displaying it to.
Right. Again,
right.
It's got one purpose and one purpose only. I'm telling you, this is some fucking carny shit.
I agree, It was a premeditated aim of the prosecution. They did not let her know. In my opinion, they likely did not let her know she'd be doing that.
I cannot hear a word you're saying when you're talking, when the court's on.
Oh.
Iceman, they don't have any evidence.
No, but no, what I'm saying is I agree with him that I think this was Nichols' premeditated plan, and my opinion, she did not prepare Mom. I'm gonna have you looking through the.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, like ambush, like she ambushed the poor woman on the stand. Yeah, I can't hear Allie at all. You guys can.
You mentioned earlier in your testimony that you told them about her wallet because you were there when she purchased it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is her wallet.
I'm going to open it. There appear to be several cards in here. What is that?
That's her prescription card, medicine card.
What is this one?
It's her Jackson State ID. That's her doctor when she goes to the doctor.
Her insurance card?
Her insurance card. That's her driver's license.
Well, they clearly did not
That's
Mom
just
to
been
do
marked
that.
as 33.
33. Unless I'm not paying. I think it's keys. Car keys, yeah. 33 is the key. This is 34 wallet and content.
Information published on this?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that the wallet be passed back to, but not the contents, passed back to Ms. Bobo. And I want you to look in it and tell me if there's a $20 bill where you put one that morning.
Good job, babe.
No, there's nothing in it.
All right, so that tells me that the killer went through the wallet and all these things needed to be fingerprinted. All of them that they're touching and handling and getting their little fingers all over.
Holly have an inhaler?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Take just a minute. I'm feeling sick.
Let's take a look at this. I want everyone to remain with me while the jury files out, please. Got a nurse.
Oh no, what's
Jury, go ahead
happening?
and file out.
Where's
Get
Bob?
some lights, Clark, please.
What the fuck, man?
Everyone else remain with me, please.
I can't breathe.
Oh my God. Holy
We'll bring her back in a minute.
Rewind, I
Defense counsel indicated that they wanted a jury
for
out.
that, or
Everybody here is
What, babe?
just rewind back right before that happened. I just didn't know if there was another question or if it was just kind of everything.
Oh my God.
Holly have an inhaler?
Yes, you did. Take just a minute. Okay, let's see.
Let's take a look at this. I want everyone to remain with me while the jury files that, please.
All right. You can go back.
Oh God.
Got a nurse. Come on.
All right.
Let's let the jury go ahead and file that. Get your lights, clerk, please.
Come here, Karen. Come here, baby.
Everyone else remain with me, please.
I feel like I can't breathe.
How was there not a mistrial after this? This needs to be a mistrial.
We'll bring that back in a minute. Defense counsel indicated that they wanted a jury out. Be glad to hear
Mistrial.
I mean, it's so early in the trial. Mistrial.
At the time that Ms. Bobo was being cross-examined, Ms. Nichols was at the
She wasn't being cross-examined, direct
examination. She was being handed certain items, very personal items. And at that time, apparently, Karen Bobo suffered panic attacks, passed out in front of the jury. She required medical attention. And under these facts, I think it's going to be impossible for her to get a fair trial, for Mr. Adams to get a fair trial from an impartial jury. I think they're so tainted at this point that the proceedings should be stopped and a new jury should be called.
All right, let me say this. The witness was within.
Oh, I thought the judge was saying that.
She first started, she said words to the effect that she was not feeling well.
No.
Before
He first asked if anybody had an inhaler.
No.
Yes,
no.
she
The state asked her to Holly have an inhaler.
Wait, what?
Yes, the state.
Karen was saying I couldn't breathe.
No, but the state asked her if Holly had a inhaler.
Oh my God.
I thought that was the judge acknowledging, like, yeah, we have to have a mistrial.
I want to hear what this fucking guy has to say. There are 4 witnesses in. This is a mistrial.
Right.
You think there's any way that Zach Adams, I don't care what happens after this trial or after this witness. It doesn't matter.
Apparently the appeal all withstood appeal. I'm going to look at the appellate court ruled while you're.
Hey, Dawn, my daughter was talking to me. Wow, this is unbelievable.
we get a recess called, and we had a little problem I was trying to solve media-wise, but I'd almost called a recess. I dealt with that here in the recess. But before I could get a recess call, she in fact had a medical event, and she passed out cold. This chair is fixed, so they had some difficulties extricating her. The jury was in passing or filing out the door at that time. This was clearly a medical event. There's no question. This was not something fake to gain sympathy. This lady had a medical issue.
Oh my God.
A nurse came up immediately, thank you, whoever that was. And then they had paramedics on call. The sheriff has, and he's had them here arranged since day one. They won't give us an ambulance, but they will give us paramedics close. They have dealt with her. They feel that she's ready to go now. She said extremely low blood pressure when they first started, as I understand. Very rapid heart beat, the types of things that are consistent with syncope events, okay? And I know because I've had it, and they're no fun. But this was not something that was done in an effort to achieve any type of sympathy or anything. If you want me to, I'll instruct the jury that they are not to give any sympathy whatsoever because of the fact that Ms. Bobo apparently had a medical event, which motion for mistrial goes forward.
Your Honor.
If you want me to instruct them for that?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask for it. And also, Your Honor, after they finish their direct examination, we would like, of course, to have an opportunity to cross-examination because of the medical event. We would ask that we have a recess until in the morning to begin our cross-examination.
I'm not going to do that. I will continue to watch. Basically, the paramedics have given me the thumbs up at this time. So I'm trying to march this case toward conclusion. I don't know any reason to lose that kind of time. I'll make sure that you have an adequate opportunity to cross-examine, okay?
Thank you.
This is
All right.
Tennessee, right? What state is this? Babe. Babe.
Yeah.
Tennessee?
What?
This is Tennessee?
Yes.
There's nothing, none of Zach Adams' pleadings are on Westlaw.
I'm fairly certain Katie can get them to us.
I'm just looking for the appellate courts and or the Supreme Court's ruling, but I got nothing. ZACH, right?
Wow, this is awesome. Thanks, Katie. I got it. I'm stunned. Why defense counsel's not making the argument that everything that they put on in terms of the last 3 pieces of evidence that they put in through her, it's outrageous. It's outrageous. The state put her in that condition by forcing her to go through her daughter's personal property on the stand, probably for the first time she's looked at it in 7 years or whatever the hell it's been, 6 years. That's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Let me say this, we've been on recess for about 30 minutes. Immediately prior to that recess, the witness had a medical event that necessitated us getting a recess. Everything should be good to go now. I want to tell you and instruct you that you're to have no sympathy or prejudice for either side of this case. The mere fact that she had a medical event, please don't sympathize with that side of the case.
Oh, sure, dickhead.
Listen to the testimony, give it the weight you think that it deserves, but just basically set aside the fact that she had a medical event. Okay, well,
does anyone in the world think that for 1 second that the jury isn't having sympathy for the victim's mother because this judge said some stupid fucking shit up on the stand? Wow, dude. Like we'd be losing our shit in that courtroom, dude. You and I, like, I don't even know what. I don't even know. What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to find the appeal.
We would be losing our shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
He's not Zachary Ryan Adams, is he? Or Zachary Rye
should we do
Adams?
that? All right, thank you. All right, you can continue. And I instructed the attorneys to speak up. Ms. Bobo, you might have to get on that mic, okay?
Yes, sir.
I had my hearing checked last Wednesday to make sure I wasn't going down. And believe it or not, it was pretty good. But I've lost a little bit of high frequency. It's in might affect hearing the higher pitched females or said something like your grandkids. I said, you don't know my grandkids. There's no problem hearing them. All right, go.
Ms. Bobo, you
Did we
said,
get 34 mark?
Yes.
Well, okay. Yes.
you indicated that during in the weeks and months that followed, that you guess were tracking down a number of leads.
Yes, ma'am.
Tips or people that became of interest to you or that you heard from. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Included in those people that you talked to, did that list of people include Zachary Adams?
Yes, it did.
Do you see him in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Would you point him out for the jury, please?
Right there.
There's a number of people sitting on the side of the podium. Where is he sitting?
He would be sitting seconds from the podium.
Okay, for the record, leave it to them.
And where did you encounter him?
Clint and I went to his house.
Did you go, are you familiar with Adams Lane?
I wasn't.
Okay, but you became familiar with Adams Lane?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that like a long driveway and at the top there's 2 houses?
Yes, ma'am.
Who lives in one house?
The first house you get to is Zach's house and then his granddad's house.
And what is the first house that you went to at the end of that driveway?
We went to Zach's house and he didn't come to the door. And that was me and Dana and Clint, I believe. And so we went on to his granddad's house and Dylan was there and his granddad. And I asked him, was Zach at home? He said he was at home. And I said, well, he didn't come to the door. He said, well, maybe he left.
I'm going to object to this. And we're not offering this for the truth. It's just simply to show what her response was.
What she did?
Yes.
All right. It's not hearsay. That's good. Objection overruled.
All right, so you said you knocked on Zach's door. He wasn't there. Did you go next door to Dylan and Dick Adams' house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and who answered the door?
I don't remember.
One of the two of them?
One of the two of them.
All right, did you have a conversation with them?
We had a conversation with both of them.
Okay. Did you ask about Zach?
I did ask about Zach.
All right, and what did they say?
I don't remember too much about what they said.
I'm talking about whether they said he was home or not.
Dylan said he was at home, and I said he didn't come to the door.
Okay. And then what happened? With respect to Zach.
I left my phone number and told Dylan that I wanted to talk to Zach.
And did Dylan indicate that he would give Zach that message?
Yes, he did.
And do you remember when this happened? How early in the investigation?
I believe it was July.
Allie, are you paying attention to this?
Sorry, I'm reading the appeal.
Do you know what she's just asking her?
No.
Okay, pay attention to the trial.
All right, I was
you can
reading
look at
the appeal.
This Karen Bobo started going, like she drove over to Zach's house.
Oh, I was actually just reading that in the appellate opinion, but sorry, I will pay attention here. But by the way, the appellate opinion didn't mention anything about emotions or fainting.
I feel like I'm in crazy world.
Or medical. But yeah, go ahead.
I feel like this is insane.
July of what year?
July 2011.
So despite the fact no arrests were made for quite some time, you, investigative leads, had already gone to that house.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you leave the message with Dylan. Did you ever hear back?
Yes.
Call you?
Zach called the next day and
did you know him before? Did you know Zach Adams?
I had Zach in the 4th grade. I was his 4th grade school teacher.
Okay. So when you left a message for him to call you, it was call Karen Bobo. You're somebody he knew.
That's correct.
Okay. So you said he called you when?
He called the next day.
And what, if anything, did he say you say?
He said, I hear you wanting to talk to me. And I said, yes. And he said, well, you can come on over to my house. And I said, well, I'll be bringing my son because that was a work day. Dana was at work. And so Clint and I went over there, but I called Dana's boss to tell him that we were going over there.
Okay. So
Dana, I believe, was working in Benton County at the time, around holiday.
So, but Dana didn't get there in time to go with you and Clint?
No, I didn't even tell Dana we were going.
You just told his boss?
Yes.
Right. So did you and Clint actually go to Zach Adams' house?
Yes, we did.
And you say that was in what month?
July 2011.
Right. And what happened when you got there?
When we got there, I can't remember if he came to the door or the front door was open. And so he invited us in, and we went in just the living room part. And we sat down. I'm not sure he ever sat down. His behavior was, his voice was low one minute, loud the next. I don't remember a whole lot about what he said, but 2 things stand out to me that he said.
And what is the first one?
He asked Clint to describe what the person looked like who walked away with Holly. And when Clint described him, he said that was Shane.
Okay.
And I just found that odd.
Okay. Did you know who Shane was?
I did.
Did you have him in school as well?
No, I did not.
Just knew who he was. All right. What was the second thing that he said?
He told me, this is just out of the blue, that he could call someone with his phone and make it look like it was coming from my phone.
Did he use the word spoofing, or is that a word term you're familiar with?
He did use that word, but I didn't have a clue what it meant.
So those are the 2 things that you remember him saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any other encounters with him? I should have asked. Did you
Wait,
go there
pause
and
it a
ask about
sec.
your daughter?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Pause it a
And
sec.
that's the information you came away with? Was
He said, what was Shane?
The guy that took Holly.
That's what they said he said? That was Shane?
Yeah.
So somebody asks, isn't this hearsay? Not the words, if it's being offered by the opposing side, not the words of the defendant. Admission by a party opponent.
you described one individual as being Shane?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you know that there are other people charged with raping, kidnapping Holly?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you meet with any of those people in the course of doing your own investigation?
Yes, all of them.
When you say all of them?
All 4 of them. The first one being Shane.
You talked to Shane first?
Yes.
On one or more occasions?
More than one.
And do you know Shane's parents even?
I do know Shane's parents, yes. I had Shane's sister in school. I did not have Shane.
So you talked to Shane? What is his last name?
Shane Austin.
Okay. And who else did you talk to?
We talked to Jimmy and Rita Austin. We went to their house because we thought Shane lived with them. And his mom told me that they had to move him out because they would come home and their house would be full of drugs and people on drugs.
All right. So after talking to her, you talked to Shane at some point. Not going to ask what he told you. What about Dylan? Now, you told the jury that when you went to see Zach the first time, you actually had a conversation with Dylan and with his grandfather, Dick. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that the only time that you talked to Dylan?
Yes, it is.
Did you know Dylan before going to the house that day?
I knew what he looked like, but I didn't have Dylan in school.
What about Jason Autry?
I had Jason in the 7th grade at Parsons.
And did you go and talk to him?
Yes, we did.
How many times did you talk to Jason Autry?
At least twice.
And will you tell the jury where those conversations took place?
The first time we were getting ready to walk out the door to go to early church, and we got a phone call from a girl at the Shell station, I believe. And she said she had someone she wanted us to speak with.
Wait. Objection.
To the hearsay, Your Honor.
It's not a hearsay, I was there.
Yes, it
You're
is.
describing the conversation someone had with you.
Yes, sir.
Is it being offered for the
It
truth?
was not. It's offered for what she did when she got
All
this
right, your
information.
objection overruled. By definition, that's not hearsay.
You understand?
Wow. So the
You
judge
got some information.
doesn't know what
Somebody
hearsay
was out and
is.
said she was at a Shell station.
She said she worked at the Shell station, and so we went there.
Okay. And when you got there, was anyone there? Did you encounter somebody?
It was some guy that she wanted us to meet.
Okay.
So we went out searching all day, and then we were hot and tired. This was in August, and
August of what year?
2011.
Okay.
And so we go back to one of those gas stations, I'm not sure which one, to get us something to drink, and we're getting ready to check out. And I think Dana said, look, come in there, and it was Jason Autry. So he gets in line behind us to check out, and I turn around and tell him I want to talk to him.
Okay. Now, you can't say what he said, but did you talk to him that day?
Yes, I did.
Did you also go and talk to him on another day at his house or his mom's house?
Yes, people kept calling and turning in their names to us, all 4 of their names. So we went back to Jason's house. I'm not sure when that was. I'm not even sure it was 2011. We went to his mother's house. The first time was August 2011.
So between April of 2011 and August of 2011, have you talked to all 4 of them?
Yes, ma'am.
And when I say you with Clint and or Dana?
Yes, ma'am.
There have been questions and statements made about pressure put on law enforcement to solve this case. So let me ask you a couple of questions along those lines, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do
I
you
found
know
it.
who
I found it. Thank you.
the case officer or the chief investigator for TBI was in the beginning?
Yes, I do.
Who was that?
Terry Dykus.
And when this case started being investigated and as it continued to weeks and months, did you have contact with Terry Dykus frequently or infrequently?
Frequently. Daily.
Daily?
Daily, just probably sometimes multiple times during the day.
Do you know whether Terry Dykus wanted to close this case? Wanted
He
it to be
did.
done?
He did very much so.
Did he make certain promises to you?
Yes, he did.
And Your Honor, again, I'm not going to offer this for the truth. It'll become obvious. What statements did Terry Dykus make to you about your daughter?
He told me that he would have my daughter home before her 21st birthday, which was in October. And then when that date rolled around, he told me he would have her home before Thanksgiving. And when that date rolled around, he told me he would have her home before Christmas. And when that date rolled around and she wasn't home, he said he would have her home before Valentine's.
Holly didn't come home, did she?
No, she did not.
And do you remember a time, nearly exactly 3 years ago, September the 7th, 2014, did you receive certain information?
Yes, I did.
And who was the information from?
From TBI, Jack Van Hoosier.
And was Jack Van Hoosier Terry Dykus' boss?
Yes.
And where were you when you got the information?
When I got the phone call that they had found human remains in northern Decatur County, I was checking out at American Eagle in the mall.
Go home?
Went straight home.
And then later on that evening, or the next day, did a group of TBI agents come to your house?
They did.
Is that when you learned that the remains that were found were Holly?
Yes, ma'am. I believe it was, that happened on a Sunday when they called and told us they had found human remains, and they said it might be several days, but I believe they came back Monday night and told us that it was Holly.
Your Honor, I don't have any further questions.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. First, I've asked for any Jake's material for this.
Okay. Anything?
We've turned over, as Your Honor knows, every statement and whatnot that we've ever.
I asked you, hopefully to do that where we wouldn't have to say,
Well,
after each witness breaks.
yeah, we did it during the course of discovery. I haven't heard of it today because she has.
Weren't there some text messages that were going back and forth with the family? I thought there were some text messages. I've asked for those also.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Maybe approach text messages between who and who.
Some type of instruction to the jury about evidence that's been destroyed.
And for all we know, it could be text messages about I'm coming to your house.
I think they meet me at 3 o'clock at the shell
But
station.
we don't know because I can't.
They've given you everything they've got. Let's go. Bring it in.
Your Honor, I also asked for a curative instruction. They've allowed in things that people said. It wasn't for the truth of the matter. And like a curative instruction, just to tell the jury that whatever was repeated as what people said is only to put into perspective what happened next. And they're not to consider what they said as being truthful, such as the fact that the Austin family said if people were over there, there'd be full of drug people and drug.
That's a legal issue. I don't think I've tried to explain hearsay to attorneys. There's 7 out of 10 attorneys don't know the definition of hearsay.
I believe that there's an instruction available that says that that's a limited use on what those statements come in as, Your Honor.
And a curative instruction with respect to what the
Pause
lady at
it,
the Shell
babe.
station told her, that's fine. It's nothing. Curative instruction.
So there's two different things. One, effect on the listener is non-hearsay. That is true. So she said, I work at Shell, so I went to the Shell to see her. Okay. Nothing. But that I had to have Shane leave the house because he was on drugs and all the people in the house are on drugs. That's just straight up hearsay. There is no exception. It shouldn't have been admitted. And, I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they didn't try to back it up with, because I don't know what the state said in terms they're not admitting it for the truth of the matter asserted, but like, what did she say? Effect on the listener? What was
that
her
one? I
response?
don't think they explained. Maybe she's about to say something, but it can't be effect on the listener because the next step wasn't. So then I looked at all the drug addict recovery spots for
That's
it.
what
Right.
I'm saying. They're like there's no end game to that effect on
Right.
the listener.
Right.
With respect to Dylan saying, I'll give him the message, that's fine. A curative instruction as to what Zach told her, of course, would be inappropriate because that was all.
I can't.
I'm not talking about Zach.
I can't give a curative instruction on every time I run on some type of objection.
Right, we can
You
have.
probably shouldn't have objected because as an attorney, you should know the definition of hearsay.
I do know the definition of hearsay, and until it comes out, I don't know if it's for the content of the matter. Simply because the state says I'm not doing it for the truth of the matter doesn't mean that's not why it's coming in.
Right.
I'll tell the jury, I'll take care of it.
I'll
Bring the
take
jury
care
out.
of it. Bring the jury out. I'll take care of it.
You can
Let's-
get the sense of what a cocksucker this guy is.
Yeah, I gotta explain hearsay to lawyers.
It's the
Y'all
second
don't.
time in the last 5 minutes he's undressed her, saying that she doesn't understand the fucking law.
Yep.
Second time.
Yep.
And we're on day 1 of the trial.
Doesn't mean that's not why it's coming in.
I'll tell the jury, I'll take care of it. Bring the jury out.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop.
I'm not going to send you to law school, but I'm going to tell you generally that hearsay is an out-of-court statement made by somebody that is offered for the truth of what is being said. So everything someone else says is not necessarily hearsay by definition. If that is simply being shown to offer why someone did what they did in response to it, it's not hearsay, okay? Everybody kind of generally understand? And that's after first year law school that you learn that. Some attorneys never learn it, so you go through up on it, okay?
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Wow.
Pause this. Pause it.
Wow.
Pause it. He was
Wow.
supposed to be telling the jury. You're not supposed to accept that information as truthful or factual. It's just to show why someone did something next. But instead, he used his little first year law school, your favorite time, my favorite time, to do exactly what Bob just said he has done twice. And now he did it in front of the jury, undressed the defense attorney.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Lord, man.
That's something you learn in first year law school, but some lawyers, guys, that defense attorney never learned it.
Wow.
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 Good afternoon, Ms. Bobo. I'm Jennifer Thompson. You may have seen me at hearings, but I know we haven't talked before.
That's correct.
And I recognize that today is a very difficult day for you, and it's been a hard afternoon. I want to be very respectful of you, but there's some questions I wanted to ask you this evening that I think only you or you would be the person to answer these questions. Okay. One, I wanted to ask you about, I found somewhere in one of the reports that you had discussed Janet Britt and the fact that she had worked at Joe's Video. Okay, that's the topic I'm going to go to. So in Parsons, Tennessee, there was a video rental store called Joe's Video. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And your family had a membership there, didn't they?
Yes, ma'am.
And as a matter of fact, you all would go there and rent movies regularly.
I wouldn't say regularly, but sometimes.
Okay. And a woman named Janet Martin Britt worked at Joe's Video.
Not April the 13th, 2011. No, she did not.
But at one point in the past, Janet Martin Britt had worked at Joe's Video.
Yes, she had.
Okay. And she, at one point, you had said that she recognized your family.
I had her son in school also.
Okay. And so when you would go to the rental store, she didn't have to look up your membership number. She knew what it was.
That's correct.
Okay. And she knew your two children, Clint Bobo and Holly Bobo. Didn't she?
I'm not sure. I never discussed that with her.
Okay. Didn't you, in fact, at some point tell the investigators that Jan had known Clint and Holly their entire life?
I'm not sure. Do you have that where I can see that? I don't remember making that statement.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to pass this up.
Okay.
Can I see what you're passing forward? It's an IR.
It's not her statement, right?
It's on her statement. It's a statement that was taken by.
My objection would be, it's not Ms. Bobo's statement, it's something somebody else has said, that she said. So that.
You can ask her if she said it.
Right. And this might.
If you don't, you might have to call someone else that authored that statement, and you intend to use it for the future.
Yes, this might refresh her memory. So I was going to just pass it up to her and see if it would refresh her memory at all.
I do not remember making that statement.
Okay, that's fine.
What? So she just gives up?
And the conversation that you had with Mr. Adams in July of 2011, you in fact interviewed lots and lots of people in Decatur County, didn't you?
Some.
You taped a lot of the conversations you had with people.
Yes, I did.
And you turned over dozens of interviews to the TBI, didn't you?
Probably.
And the conversation that you had with Zachary Adams that day was in fact recorded.
Yes, it was.
Okay. And that's a recording that you had turned over to the TBI.
Yes.
Along with dozens of other recordings.
Not at that time.
But over the course of the investigation, you had turned over.
Yes, ma'am.
Dozens of recordings. No further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe.
Wow, man.
Call your next witness. All right.
Yes.
Pause
All
it while
right.
So
Y'all, how long is Clint? Clint seems like he might be a longer witness. So we're gonna roll tomorrow. So for those of you that are around, like I'm gonna do a morning stream tomorrow because we gotta take Scout to football.
But I just want to say real quick that I can see the argument that the defense attorney did not push the refreshing of recollection issue because the judge had already challenged her on her understanding of the rules of evidence. And he seemed to already say, if you're using it to impeach her, you're going to have to, I don't know. But then she said, I'm doing it to refresh his recollection. And then she said, I don't recall. And that's precisely when you say, okay, would reading a report about the statements you made refresh your recollection? And if she says yes, or maybe it could, then you show it to her.
Yeah. This is going to be a really hard trial to watch. We're going to be losing our fucking minds on this.
Yeah.
I could just tell. Like this judge is a fucking shitbag, and Nichols is a fucking shitbag, and there's no evidence. Oh my god!
And I don't know why
like,
the
this
other
is insane.
lawyers aren't the defense attorneys. That one defense attorney chimed in and asked the most, made a very strong motion for a mistrial, said all the right things. And I read the appeal, and nothing about how he undressed her is in there. Nothing about a
Wait,
mistrial.
you mean in the appeal they made a strong argument?
No, I
regarding-
mean right here we saw after the mom.
I don't think that was a strong argument.
Well, he said.
How do you not get on the record the fact that they had paraded?
She did. He
like,
said he had her.
incredibly volatile items, personal items of the woman's daughter.
He did say they had her
And
going.
not only showed him to they had her digging through her fucking lunchbox, dude. Like my head almost exploded. I've never seen anything like that I have never seen a victim's family
insane.
member handling evidence of their loved one ever.
No.
It's outrageous. It's insane.
For all we know, it happens in small counties all over.
If I was Jennifer Thompson, I would have been asking, okay, I would have asked one question. I would have asked, Miss Bobo, did Miss Nichols warn you ahead of time that she was going to be handing you evidence that your daughter's belongings on the stand ahead of time? I'm just curious, because that tells the tale. If she warned her, it's a different story. Then if she ambushed her with it, knowing that it would create that kind of like emotional response, that's some fucking chicanery.
Either way, she knew.
Either way,
right? But it's so much
very
worse.
premeditated,
right? So much worse.
And it makes a very powerful showing that it was done explicitly to extract emotion from that witness in order to have it affect the jury. That's it. Like that shit's fucking crazy.
And I'll tell you,
man.
that should have been something that the defense attorney raised in the motion for a mistrial. That I'd like the court to inquire of the witness whether or not she was, whether or not the state let her know she was going to be doing this. Not that we don't want to ask the state to lie. We want the judge to ask the witness without the state having the ability to talk to her first. Because if not, Your Honor, but he was like, it was a medical issue. It wasn't fake. Well, no one said that the mom was faking. Of course not. That's not the implication here. The implication is that the state set her up to do just that, to have the only emotional,
response that any human being on the planet would have.
Right.
I'd be a puddle if they did that shit to me on the stand. I mean, I'm a crier, but like I would have completely broken down. Completely.
All right. Stephanie says last night was the best, and I know Bob already talked about that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah, and also to that point, so we're doing this all backwards. So like a lot of my outrage at this point, beyond just what we're viewing in terms of the ridiculousness of it, that it's happening at a trial in this country, is one thing. But the fact of the matter is we've watched a vast majority of the post-conviction hearing. I'm very firm on the fact that I believe that Zach Adams did not do this. So watching this going backwards, moving back towards the present, is very unusual. And, it's got me feeling certain ways, because I already feel that I feel.
And looking at it through the lens, in addition to what you just said, to all the information we learned last night on that live, it's like got you filtering it even in a totally.
And if you're new to this case, if you haven't watched any of our earlier lives on it, if you didn't watch any of the post-conviction stuff, I highly recommend. Now, there's obviously going to be a ton of spoilers. However, to have an incredibly firm understanding on this case and every nuance and every bit of evidence or lack thereof and every player, I highly, highly recommend that you go over to the podcast that we've been dropping. Trial and Errors podcast on this is next level. It's phenomenal. It's the level of Buried in terms of the deep dive that they're taking on the case, boots on the ground shit. It's amazing. And start at the beginning, because I started at 4 and 5. I'm going to go back now that I've listened to those and start from the beginning. So we've been dropping the Trial and Error podcast link in our chat for the entirety of this live. I highly recommend it. If you want to wait until after we watch the trial, that's fair. If you kind of want to watch this unfold, if you're one of those folks that's like, I want to know it all before, while we're digging in, then go start it right
and
now.
take your like little pre-course by last night's live that we did with the group and Kat Not Williams.
Yeah, it was a great
very
one.
Informative. All right, babe, what
very
is
great.
Darlene, Ann, Brendy, and Hannibal TLC are some new members get?
Oh, family hugs. Welcome to the family. We love new members. Love.
And we have been really getting one over on YouTube today with the lots and lots of Venmos, which we appreciate. I know Bob's been putting them up, but thank you, Jennifer 25. Thank you, Wendy.
Here, I'm going to do you better. Because they all write messages that I
you got to give their
so,
messages. Sorry. All right. So
okay. So on the Venmos, I want to get into all of them. So Deborah, thank you so much. Thanks for covering this. Thank you for your generosity. You sent a tasty, beautiful $10 Venmo, which we appreciate so very much. Jennifer, thank you. Wait, where did it go? I didn't get into the thing. Jennifer, thank you so much for that's Jennifer J25. In a tip, if you guys don't want me to dox you, because I'll typically give your first name, make sure that you put your YouTube handle if it's different, in order for me to be able to give you the proper recognition when you send like any of the other ones, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Just let me know what your handle is, because I'm always going to read in order to properly thank you.
So,
so thank you so much for that $20 Venmo.
She say anything with it?
No, Jennifer didn't have a message.
Okay.
Kim, once again, our angel, our $25 a day angel. Thank you. So all she says is thank you every day. Just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. We appreciate you so much. Darlene went above and beyond. $100 Venmo for the Zach Adams coverage. Great job. Thank you so much, Darlene. We beyond appreciate that kind of generosity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Curious Liz, thank you for your $10 Venmo. Aaron Spencer trip donation from Curious Liz. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. And then Christy for Aaron Spencer, $5 Venmo. Thank you so much for that. And then Marcy, a little help for covering the Spencer case, a $20 Venmo. Thank you so much for that. We really, really appreciate that. And then Wendy came through with 25. Go get him, Tiger. Thank you for that Venmo and the sweet little message. I like that.
Thank you.
We plan on it. We're going to give him hell over there. Susan, thank you so much for Arkansas trip. And then let me get into the full message. Can you answer this on one of your lives or a podcast? Do you think the judge, and this is relating to Aaron Spencer, do you think the judge sees all the backlash? Can other judges quietly talk to her, talking about Judge Elmore, or is she going to double down? God, this trial is a travesty. Damn it. Love you all from Texas, Susan. Thank you so much.
So other judges can be like, yeah, what the hell is going on in your courtroom? Like I'm sure they talk to each other, but she might also double down. I mean, we talked about that yesterday. She might be just doing this, allowing this hearing just to deny the defendant his motion to reconsider. So, but thank you, Susan.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, and the reality is, and it depends on the size of the county and how many judges, but yeah, the judges are always talking to one another. So, and if they're catching wind of some shit, they're going to go and be like, yo, I heard you did this, and this. Maybe maybe you want to rethink it. And I think judges will talk to other judges about difficult rulings. Ultimately they're going to land on their own opinion in terms of what should be done. But I'm sure that they, unless they're fools, would get valuable advice from colleagues. I mean, I think that's always a good move. Tiff, $50 Venmo. Continue the grift. Enjoying your coverage of Aaron Spencer. Keep up the excellent work.
Thanks.
I think she thought like later in that live we were talking about it, somebody's birthday was tomorrow. I think she thought it was my birthday. My birthday was back in December. So, but happy birthday to your son who's turning 22 on the 17th.
Yes, happy birthday to him.
And that is
thank you, Tiffany.
I screwed it up. So that's Majestic Unicorn. I've doxed her and
Oh,
virtual juror over on YouTube and Twitter. So thank you
doxing him
so
again,
much.
per usual.
The worst.
That's it for them, right? Oh no, there was another. There's some more.
Let's see.
Ashley.
I think I got, let me see. Just I want to say Mandy sent 10 yesterday. It might have been late because I know we got a couple of after the fact. Free Aaron Spencer, thank you for, I always have to tap on. Thank you for shining light to help fight corruption. Sending love for your neighbor in Iowa. I think I went through that one. So
Then you had
I
some
got all
Cash
of it.
Apps and some PayPals.
Jess with the late Venmo. Thank you so much. Defense Diaries, $50. You guys are so incredibly generous. Thank you. So much. We truly appreciate that. We got some PayPals as well. Let's see. Let me check the activity here. Julie, thank you so much. And Julie said, so glad that you guys are covering this shit show. I always like your rants about asshole prosecutors trampling on the Constitution.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
And then you got Amanda with $100.
Yes. And then Amanda on Rewatch crew. Thanks for covering cases that matter. Free Aaron Spencer, 100 solid. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you
Incredibly
so much.
generous. Dono. And then Kim, KPT. Sorry, Kim. Sorry, KPT. Yeah. I can't remember. I think I got to that last night because I think she was worried. Or today. It was earlier today. But she said from KPT, it's not much. It is much. Thank you. But it might get you a coffee each day. I'm so glad you're covering this in person. The world needs to know what's going on in Arkansas. We agree. Thank you so much, KPT. We really, really appreciate it. And then Darlene, thank you for covering the Zach Adams case. It's truly our pleasure. This case needs light.
Then we touched on
Shine all
Shannon's
over it.
comment. Allie and Bob, would Karen Bobo have known this was coming? We've touched on that, and our suspicion is no, but she should have if the prosecutor had 1 ounce of integrity. Shouldn't have done it either way, but Melissa says so Melissa said that Zach was talking about Shane being the height of the abductor. Like that's Shane, meaning Shane's the one who's that height, not that Shane was the abductor.
Yeah.
Is what I take that to mean.
So Cash App, TLR, $20, boots on the ground, Free Aaron Spencer. Thank you, TLR. We really, really appreciate that so very much. Ashley, and that was a $20 Cash App, $30 Cash App from Ashley. Wow, I almost really fucked that one up. For fuel for boots on the ground. Love you guys. We love you back, Ashley. Thank you.
And then
thank you.
Larissa,
you guys, I really want you to always give your handle because like there's going to be times where I just slip.
But even if you do, he still might, just as you saw. So Larissa Harris says, please watch 48 Hours episode titled, Please Don't Tell. Man released after 44 years. Unbelievable. All right, well, we will check that out. And thank you for your generosity.
Thank you. And to double up, Larissa also sent us a $25 Cash App. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Larissa. And you too.
Thank you, Larissa.
Thank you for your incredible generosity always. All right. And I think I saw one more Venmo come in. Did I do Jess? I think I did Jess.
I don't remember
Jess. Yeah, Defense Diaries, $50. Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. Thank you very much for your incredible generosity. We really do appreciate it more than you know. It really, really helps us a lot. So thank you guys.
Thank you,
Mods. Amazing as always. You guys are phenomenal. I'm thinking, you have any thoughts on tomorrow morning, babe? What time do you want to start? I can start ahead of you if you want to sleep in. I'm thinking
it's unusual that I'm able to sleep in with my shoulder, so it just depends. Sometimes if I'm up late, then I will sleep in, but I'm sure I can get on when you get on.
I'm thinking 10 our time.
That sounds
I'd like to get a few hours in tomorrow at least.
Well, unless you want me to make breakfast first. So
I mean, I always want you to make breakfast.
Or so maybe 11.
Well,
We'll see. Sometime between 10 and 11.
yeah, I like doing it earlier because then our friends across the pond are not like up at 1 a.m. Like it's nice for them. It's nice to be able
All
to
right,
give
so let's
back to
aim
our
for
friends
10.
on the other side of the pond
Let's
because
aim for 10.
yeah, let's aim for 10. So that's what we're gonna keep your eyes open. Make sure you hit that bell, that notification bell. That'll let you know when we're going live. I try to be pretty decent about like today. I gave none of you any notice because I was like, I didn't know what time to start. I had an eye appointment. Allie had her PT. I wasn't sure what time we were going to get back. So I wasn't sure what time to set it. So tomorrow, plan on around 10 o'clock. We'll be going. We'll start exactly where we left off. And it's going to be Clint Bobo. He's next. He's next up. Interesting witness. He's the brother. I saw a lot of questions in chat about Clint and kind of how this shit went down with him.
But mom did testify that she closed the door and turned up the volume of his sound machine. So that might go to answering some of those questions. I also wanted to thank Mandy and Tracy, per usual, for all the hard work that both you amazing ladies do.
Yes, absolutely. You guys are amazing. We love you so very much. It is warmer in Arkansas. Is it warmer in Arkansas? I'm assuming it is.
I hope so.
It's definitely going to be a little more mild, I would think. But like Arkansas is like straight down Illinois, and then we go through a little bit of Missouri, and then you're in Arkansas. So,
geez, it's 48 right there right now.
I mean, that's better than 10.
Ugh.
48 is going to feel balmy as hell. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm about to die like at that Bears game. I'm so
all right, thank
old.
the
Like
people,
back when
my
I was
love.
young, I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, let's go. Now I'm like, oh, heated socks and vests and like face masks. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing. All right, you guys are amazing. We love you guys so very much. Family hugs to all our new members. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to our show, if you like the content, just hit that button. It's free. Get us up there. Let's keep moving us up. We're building. I think we're almost at 60,300. It's the slow burn, baby. And we love it. But we love building the community because you guys are the best. Like there is no other community. And I've been in a ton of them. And you guys are just the best. Like,
that's facts.
And it's like I see you in other chats, but to get you all together in one spot, which is here, which I consider home for all of you, it's a different thing. You guys are just amazing.
Home base.
This is your home. This is your home. We're your family, and we love you guys so much because without you, I'd just be an old man
sitting around talking to his wife.
Boop. See you tomorrow.